my fellow Knicks fans. I come to you today with a message. A message squarely being delivered to the rest of the NBA, because let me tell you folks something. Today the New York Knicks did something they haven't done in a while. Today they officially made themselves dangerous. They made themselves a championship contending team. And yes, I understand. Possibly some more moves on the way. I get it. Probably isn't the final roster come the day they do eventually win the championship. I understand. And as of right now, the New York Knicks are very hurt. Tonight, of all nights, they will be taking on the Dallas Mavericks. The night of the trade deadline that took place earlier today, in which the New York Knicks made probably the biggest splash in the trade market, trading Quentin Grimes, a couple of other players, some salary filler, including Evan Fournier, 2 second-round picks, no first, for Bojan Bogdanovic and our old friend Alec Burks. Today is a big momentous day, because today Leon Rose and the rest of the front office group have decided, yeah, we're in it. We're going all in. Jalen Brunson is that guy, and we've decided we're going to build around him. So when the Knicks eventually get healthy, they will have a rotation of Jalen Brunson, Dante DiVincenzo, the new Splash Brothers in the NBA, by the way, OG Anunoby, the best switch perimeter defender in the NBA, Julius Randle, all-star, all-NBA player, and one of either Mitchell Robinson or Isaiah Hartenstein, probably Isaiah Hartenstein, considering Mitchell Robinson's going to be coming back from that injury. But either way, you got 48 minutes between Hartenstein and Robinson. You got Julius Randle with a new backup in Precious Achiuwa. You got OG Anunoby. And then once you think you're done dealing with the defensive intensity that OG Anunoby brings to his team, we sub in Josh Hart. And then you got to deal with that guy running amok, getting crazy. Got Dante DiVincenzo, and then off the bench, now we're bringing in big money AB. Yes, sir. And all of this, not to even mention the fact that they just traded for a guy who over the past couple of years has been a 20-point per game scorer. Now, he is not going to come to the Knicks and be that. Of course not. That's not going to be his role. He's going to come in off the bench, though, and become a reliable playmaker and scorer. Something that since the Anunoby trade, where the Knicks traded off Emmanuel Quickley and R.J. Barrett, the Knicks have sorely lacked. They had a need in the roster, and this front office filled it. And so I'm here to tell you, fine folks, the Knicks fans who come into the stream day in, day out, who are subscribed to this channel, I'm here to tell Knicks fans all over the country, all throughout the nation, I'm here to tell Knicks fans all around the world that the Knicks have officially, now us Knicks fans have known this has been coming for a while, but they have officially turned the corner. The national media now must recognize who these Knicks are. And they are a problem. There is not a single team in the conference that wants to see the Knicks, that wants to play them in a playoff series. In the first round, in the second round, in a conference finals, hell, even in NBA finals. And yes, I'm going that far. And yes, I'm speaking it into existence. And yes, even if the Knicks ever make it that far, they will be considered the underdogs. I'm here to tell you guys, I'm done being generous. I'm done being kind to my expectations of what this Knicks team can be. They are no longer the plucky underdogs with a young roster fighting to establish themselves. Everybody took notice today. The Knicks won the trade market this season, earlier in the year trading for OG Anunoby. Then at the deadline, trading for Bojan Bogdanovic and Alec Burks. This is a different time. This is a different era. This Knicks team is for real. And from this point forward, we will be adjusting our expectations to reflect that. With that being said, I turn it over to everybody else. We're going to take a quick break, a quick intermission before we get back to call this game. Appreciate everybody showing up here tonight. We will go more in depth into the trade, of course, and other trades that went by earlier today. But I just wanted to come on real quick. Quick little announcement. Had to bring the podium out. Had to get the Clyde suit on. Even though today, the New York Knicks are going to be without Jalen Brunson, without Julius Randle, without OG Anunoby, without Mitchell Robinson. Obviously, they traded Quentin Grimes, so obviously without him. They will have 8 players available to play today. Starting lineup will most likely look like Deuce McBride, Dante DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, Precious Achiuwa, Isaiah Hartenstein. And then off the bench, who knows? Who knows who will be playing? We traded Archie Diacono, so we don't have a backup guard. We will most likely be seeing a lot of maybe Jacob Toppin, maybe some, I don't even know who else is there. They got Jacob Toppin. I know they got Charlie Brown Jr. over there on the bench. Who else do they have that they haven't traded or is not currently injured? I'm not sure. They got Taj Gibson over there. Old man Taj. He'll get some minutes tonight. I don't know who else. I don't know who else is going to be available for the Knicks. As a matter of fact, we could probably bring out our phone at this point. Check the Knicks roster because, boy, oh boy, I know they have 8 players available. I don't know who else is going to be available for the Knicks tonight. It's going to be an interesting game. This is most likely a scheduled loss for the Knicks with the amount of injuries that they have. Oh, another thing we should talk about is the update to OG Anunoby status. I don't know if you guys have heard. He did have surgery. He got it already. He got the surgery already. He had bone spurs in his elbow. So at one point it was ruled as inflammation. And we'll get more in depth on this at some point. But he had bone spurs in his elbow. And you can't really just play with that. You kind of got to get it fixed. So he went in, had them removed, had them taken out, had them probed. And the report was about 3 weeks he'll be out. So we have a week off in between here with the All-Star break coming up. So he should be missing 8 to 10 games, hopefully. We'll see, maybe a little bit longer. But at that point, Randall will be ramped up. And we would hopefully see him start getting ready to play a little bit after Anunoby gets back. And then after Randall gets back, hopefully we'll be hearing about Mitchell Robinson ramping up and getting back eventually and soon onto the basketball court shortly after Randall. So things are going to start falling into place for the Knicks here soon. Let me look at this Knicks roster. They're not going to show me here on ESPN. Actually, if I just go to roster over here. All right. So let's see. They got Charlie Brown Jr. They got Taj Gibson. They got Daquan Jeffries still there. Daquan's probably going to see minutes. Oh, no, maybe. I don't know. Is he with the team? Is he not with the G League? Jalen Martin is the guard. They signed out of Overtime Elite. Not signed. Signed. After the draft. They didn't draft him, but they signed him after the draft. From Overtime Elite, he's been pretty impressive in the G League, but I don't think he's ready for the NBA stage. But they may not have a choice. I hope Jericho Sims is active today, right? He was out with sickness the other day. They got Dwayne Washington Jr. on a contract. Obviously, Jacob Toppin. I hope they make it interesting. I hope they steal something a little bit here today. We're all marking this down as a loss. So anything other than that will be icing on the cake and a win. Because the Knicks already won today. They already won. They already won the game that they were playing. They outbid everybody for some pretty valuable players, some pretty coveted players between Bogdanovic and Burks as a tandem. So I'm looking forward to it. I don't know about you guys, but I think it was a pretty spectacular trade. I think they won the trade deadline. I think they won the trade market overall this season. The Dallas Mavericks also made a couple of trades. They got Daniel Gafford and PJ Washington in a couple of separate moves. So they'll be without a couple of players here, although not many of them were in the rotation anyway that they traded. So we'll see what they come out with here tonight. But Luka is available, I believe. What's his name? Kyrie Irving is also available. He had been out a while, but I believe he played in Brooklyn the other day, so he should be available tonight. It's going to be a fun night in terms of figuring out who the heck is going to be playing for the Knicks. Hopefully. Nothing crazy happens, and we could just get out of this game healthy. I don't even care about the result. They could lose by 40. They could squeak a win out. Either way, I'm cool with it. It's fine. The Knicks just need to get healthy. They need to get Bogdanovich suited and ready to go. They need to get Burks suited and ready to go. And hopefully Jalen Brunson, who we haven't talked about at all, he's out with the rolled ankle, the sprained ankle that we witnessed him sprain the other night. Probably precautionary. They're likely going to lose this game anyway. They're down so many guys. Why have him out there if he's not close to 100%? If he's like 60, 70%, don't have him out there. Just rest him. We're so close to the All-Star break. Get these guys healthy across this metaphorical finish line to the first half of the season, and we'll pick it up from there. And that's what's going to happen. All right. That's all I got to say to start the game. I'm going to take a quick intermission. I'm going to go get me some water. I'm going to use the bathroom. Maybe a piece of cake. I don't know. But I'm going to get ready. We'll be back for the game in 2 seconds. I'm going to send you guys off to the starting soon screen. And I'll see you guys in about 3 to 5 minutes or so. And then once the game gets closer, I'll be taking your guys' questions. We'll get deeper into a lot of the other trades that happen. We'll analyze a little bit closer what the Knicks rotations could be, because now I think it gets interesting for Tom Thibodeau. What is he going to do? What is Tommy Tibbs going to do? He's got 11 guys who theoretically should be getting minutes at this point. We are right back where we were in the beginning of the season, where we had too many players in the rotation. And so here we go. I'll be right back, though. Oh, hey guys. So what did I miss? Oh, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the world's most famous stream. We're here today. Today, win, lose, or draw, the Knicks are in a celebratory mood because they just went out and traded for some reinforcements. To say the least, we are welcoming Bojan Bogdanovic. Is it Bojan? Yeah, Bojan Bogdanovic. Bogdan Bogdanovic is the one in Atlanta. Bojan Bogdanovic is coming to the Knicks from Detroit. A marksman, knockdown three-point shooter, an excellent player. Having him come off the bench is sort of a super sub here for the Knicks, especially when they have been very much significantly missing the Emmanuel Quickley effect when he came in off the bench. But they finally shore up their bench. In doing so, they had to they had to involve Quentin Grimes in the trade. We knew it was all likely he was going to get traded this deadline. It was too much going around it. He wasn't all that happy with his role. He was now coming off the bench, and while he had a little bit more freedom to do some stuff with the ball in his hands, still wasn't probably getting the opportunity he was hoping he would get. And, it was just time to move on, especially after the Knicks had already moved on from R.J. Barrett, Emmanuel Quickley, and we forget this, but earlier, last offseason, the Knicks moved on from Obi Toppin. So, officially, the Knicks kids foursome of Quentin Grimes, R.J. Barrett, Emmanuel Quickley, and Obi Toppin, a foursome that in subsequent drafts were drafted by the Knicks. They were our kids. We watched them develop from good young prospects with some upside to awesome starters or role players or just really good vibes. Really, they brought awesome vibes to the team, and it was fun and it was great to be the up-and-coming young team with actual homegrown talent, which is something that this organization, this team, over the past, let's go back 20 years, has not had. And I salute Quentin Grimes same way that I saluted Emmanuel Quickley and R.J. Barrett for their services. I'm really going to miss them. I'm really going to miss having the young guys on the team. The only guy left is Deuce McBride, and he may end up losing that backup point guard spot to Alec Burks. So a lot is changing for our Knicks. Kind of is what it is. This is the cost of what happens when you become a really good team. You either grow with the team and you become sort of an untouchable young role player, or you get included for trades to help make the team better. And it comes with the territory of being a good team, and the Knicks haven't been that in a long time, so it hurts a little bit more, a little bit extra to lose our young guys, because for so long we didn't have young guys and we were bad, and now we're good, and we were good with our young guys, and we thought maybe those young guys can continue to grow and we can become even better with the young guys, and it just wasn't really working out. And the Knicks eventually moved on, pivoted slightly from what it seemed like the initial goal was to maybe just hold on to a lot of these guys and wait for the big fish to hit the market and then cash in your chips at that point. But Jalen Brunson taking the leap that he has taken, Julius Randle being as good as he is, Isaiah Hartenstein and Mitchell Robinson being as good as they are, just sort of catapulted this team into a stage of their building that I don't think they fully thought they would reach by this point. And so I think they pivoted a little bit and was just like, it might be time to cash in some of these chips. And part of the trades that they made, if you guys have noticed, they have yet to include a first-round pick in any of these trades this year. They signed Donte DiVincenzo in free agency. They traded for Anunoby earlier in the year. Did not give up a first-round pick. Instead, opted to use some of the young players in collateral between RJ and Quickly. And then, obviously, at the trade deadline here earlier today, they cashed in their Quentin Grimes piece, paired him with the Fournier contract, and then a little bit of other salary filler between Malachi Flynn, Ryan Arcidiacono. Salute those guys as well, in a trade that will bring Bojan Bogdanovic and Alec Burks back to the Garden. So it's going to be fun. The team is going to be fun. Obviously, I'm looking forward to it. I'm not going to lie. It was getting rough having to watch this team without our guys, without our starting front court, and tonight's going to be without Jalen Brunson, so we're down 4 of our 5 starters. It was getting rough coming in and night out, watching this team struggle with so many guys out. And so reinforcements are on the way. Let's just get to this All-Star break, including tonight. We will have 4 games remaining. Tonight against Dallas, Saturday against Indiana, Monday against Houston, and then Wednesday against Orlando. So we have about 1 week to go before the All-Star break. And hopefully by then, everyone can go rest up. We can come back stronger and better than ever. And we can start making our run towards the playoffs, towards that 2 seed. But we shall see. What's up, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today's a fun and interesting game. Let's get chill. It's not going to be a comfortable game. It kind of is, but might be going the other way, which is why the robe isn't out. But we do got the Knicks beanie on. We got our regular Knicks gaming sweater on. Nothing special. Tonight is nothing special in terms of the game. But like I said, we are already celebrating a win by making the trades that we did earlier. Crimey Knicks fans, Wambag Doodle, Marley, Omar, Susan, Kenny. What's up, everybody? Karen, what's up, Karen? Let's make sure we get everybody who's in here tonight. Karan, what's up, Karan Clark? Bernard Johnson, what's up, Bernard? Carl, what's up, Carl? Big Task, Mark. Excuse me. Who else do we have? What's up, everybody? Steven Detterville. He said, dude really got a podium. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You never know what I might pull out. You really never know. Right? I had to deliver an address to Knicks fans and basketball fans across the world. I had to deliver a message. And there's really only one way to do that. It's the proper way. Had to break out the podium for it. You really might never know what I pull out for this stream. I got some stuff in the back. You don't even want. You just wait and see. Johnny Davis, what's up, Johnny? C. Tyler. I believe I already said you cry me. Is that it? I think that's everybody. What's up, everybody? Here we go. Looks like we're getting ready for the start of the game as well. What did he say there? Marley said we might have the best GM in the league. At least be considered for best in the league. In Leon Rose. Yeah, Leon Rose put on a bit of a masterclass this season. For all of the jokes that Leon Rose is put up the scoreboard. My bad. For all of the jokes that, thank you, Knicks fan. Appreciate you, my guy. That was important. I didn't even realize I did that. For all of the jokes that Leon Rose is asleep at the wheel that has circulated over the past couple of years, he really showed what he was made of today. Today he put on a bit of a masterclass. This season all around, he's been spectacular. Crimea's Crim's dad nickname. Appreciate you. I'll call you whatever you want me to call you. If you want me to call you Crimey today, big Crims, small Crims, little Crims. All right, so the Knicks are indeed starting Miles McBride, Deuce, Dante DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, Precious Achiuwa, and Isaiah Hartenstein here today. The Mavs have Luka, Kyrie, Josh Green, Derek Jones Jr., Maxi Kleber. Ethan, what's up, Ethan? What's good, my guy? All right, so the Knicks, obviously, very, very short-handed here tonight. But, you know, this team fights. I think they're going to make it interesting. Expecting a big night from Dante DiVincenzo. At least 5 threes. Got to be at least 5 threes. All right, here we go. Getting ready for the tip. Marley with the $2 super chat. Appreciate you, my guy. Let's play ball. Yes, sir. Dallas wins the tip. Here comes Luka Doncic bringing it down. Josh Hart gets the start on him. Luka over to Kyrie. DiVincenzo starting on Kyrie here. Kyrie spins to his left. Step back. Mid-range jumper over DiVincenzo. Created the space. Knocked down the shot. That's what he does. That is what he does. McBride bringing it down. Over to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo adds it up top. Coming to his right around the Hartenstein screen. Hesitation dribble. Cross-court pass to McBride. McBride has it in the corner. Driving to his left. Stepping back over to Hartenstein. Hartenstein has it. Fakes the handoff. Looking for somebody to get it to. Gets it over to Josh Hart. Coming to his left. Mid-range pull-up jumper. Can't get it to go. Long rebound out to Kleber. Here comes Luka bringing it down in transition. He's going to pull it out. Step back three over Deuce McBride. And Dallas starts off 2 for 2. A step back mid-ranger from Kyrie and a step back 3 for Luka here, and it's 5-0. McBride over Achiuwa, hands it off to DiVincenzo. Back to McBride. McBride has it up top, coming to his right around the Hartenstein screen. Pocket pass to Hartenstein in the paint. Tried to feed Achiuwa cutting baseline. Dallas picks it off. Hit a head pass to Green. Green over to Derek Jones. Derek Jones gets caught in the air, kicks it out to Luka. Luka has it up top. He's going to slow it down a little bit. Cap top now. What's up, Cap? Luka driving to his right, step back jumper, deep corner 3, can't get it to go, practically airballed it. Achiuwa picks up the rebound. Here comes Deuce McBride, and there goes your pop for the super chat. Thank you, Marley. Thank you again. Appreciate you, my guy. Love all the support. DiVincenzo driving to the lane, throws up a floater. First basket for the Knicks here tonight. 5-2 early. 2 minutes into the game. Fairly low scoring. Luka Doncic has it up top, being guarded by Josh Hart. Coming to his right around the Jones Jr. screen. Picks it up. Josh Hart leaves him. Miscommunication. Luka can't make him pay. But Dallas secures the offensive rebound. Back up top to Kyrie. Kyrie has it up top, being guarded by DiVincenzo. Pocket pass to Kleber. Kleber in the corner. Derek Jones Jr. spots up for 3. He can't get it to go. Hartenstein with the rebound. If it's gonna be a bad shooting night for the Mavs here, the Knicks are gonna have a chance. Hartenstein has it up top, over to Deuce. Deuce coming down, foul line, pull-up jumper, gets it to go. All right. 5-4. And the Knicks keeping pace slightly here. Kyrie has it on the left wing, dancing with it. Achiuwa trying to guard him, throws up a righty floater, can't get it to go. The Knicks collide for a rebound. Here comes Dante DiVincenzo coming down, middle of the lane. Derek Jones Jr. going to pick him up. DiVincenzo coming to his left, picks it up, over to Deuce, wide open, right wing 3. Way off for McBride. Hartenstein secures the offensive rebound, over to Josh Hart, down the lane, and blows the wide open layup. Josh, what are we doing, my guy? We can't afford these tonight. Derek Jones Jr. coming down the lane, throws it up at the basket, gets the layup and the foul. He's going to go to the free throw line for an extra point opportunity here after getting fouled, making the layup over Hartenstein. Derrick Jones Jr. at the free throw line for one more. Gets it to go. 8-4. Hopefully the Knicks can keep up a bit here tonight, and it's not just a complete garbage game. McBride has it up top over to Hartenstein. Hartenstein turned his back. Luke almost came up with the steal. Achiuwa in the lane, leaves it off for Hartenstein. He goes up and throws it down with two. Good two-man game between Precious Achiuwa and Hartenstein. Just your regular 4 to 5 two-man game there. It is 8-6. Luka, bullet pass inside the Kleber. He can't hold on to it. Turnover. DiVincenzo bringing it down. Over to McBride. McBride coming down. Takes some contact. Lays it up. Gets it to go over Luka. And the Knicks tie it up at 8. Okay, they're going. They're fighting. This is what you want. James. What's up, James Sumler? Decade. What's up, Decade? Kyrie coming to his left off a screen. Stops in the paint. Low pull-up jumper. Gets it to go. Achiuwa got to step up there. It's got to be closer on that. Hartenstein has it up top, hands it off DiVincenzo. Spots it for a 3 up the handoff, can't get it to go. Luka with the rebound, he's going to push the pace a little bit. Has it up top, leaves it off for Green. Green getting downhill, throws up a floater over Achiuwa, gets it to go. 12-8, 7:40 to go here in the first quarter. McBride bringing it down. He's got Kyrie on him. Over to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo has it up top. Derrick Jones Jr. guarding him. Coming to his right around the Hartenstein screen, leans in. Gets blocked by Kleber, but it's off Kleber. It's going to stay with the Knicks. 7:30 to go. James, you're the best play-by-play on the tube. I don't get your notifications. I'm a subscriber. That's unfortunate. I think maybe if you just DiVincenzo step back 3 out of the right corner off the inbounds. There we go. James, I think if you hit the bell notification, if you hit the bell icon, Josh Hart comes up with a steal. Luka trying to post him up. Knicks coming down the other way. And Josh Hart turns it right back over. He is terrible at those, man. Kyrie coming down. He gets stripped by DiVincenzo. Okay, we get it right back. Josh Hart pushing the other way. He's going to put his head down, going to the basket, and he gets blocked. And here come the Mavs coming the other way. Josh Green going all the way and throws it down with a big right-handed hammer over DiVincenzo. So all of that just for Dallas to score 2, and Tom Thibodeau and the Knicks are going to call a timeout here. James, there's a little bell icon. If you hit that bell, maybe you have it on already, maybe you don't, but if you hit that bell, maybe turn it off, then turn it back on, maybe you'll get the notifications then. But I appreciate you coming in, James. Means a lot, it really does. It really, really does. Cap Top now said, traded all the young guys for a legit run of the ring and have number 1 draft picks for tomorrow. They do. They do. When the time comes, best believe that the Knicks are cashing in every single draft pick that they have for the star that they are eyeing, whoever it may be. Whoever it may be. It could be a player that's playing tonight and not the guy who played in Brooklyn. Could be the other superstar who's playing tonight. I'm just saying. Could be. It could be. He's a name. Maybe a Devin Booker. I don't know. Could be. He's a name too. We'll see. Well, I'm back. Dude said Hart just put the Mavs jersey on. He's good for a couple of those every game, where he just kind of throws it to the other team. Not entirely sure what he's thinking on some of those passes. It's like he just stops thinking for a second. I really don't understand it. Al Haas, what's up, Al Haas? Welcome back. Is Brunson playing tonight? He is not. He is out tonight with the rolled ankle. Most likely just playing it safe. No need to play him tonight when pretty much nobody else is playing. Probably going to lose this game anyway. He's probably at like 60, 70%. So, just sit him out. Just rest him. Susan, Knicks have depth. I'm keeping that faith. We got this. Thank you. They just need to find the rhythm. They just need to get healthy. They need to get Bogdanovich and Burks rolling into the system. It's good that they built out the rest of their depth, because after losing RJ and Quickly, that was a huge problem. They no longer had the playmakers, ball handlers, and guys that Tibbs trusted in order to continue to play the way that they play. And so they corrected it. And that's exactly what good front offices and good teams and well-run organizations do. What's up, Decade? Hopefully the Knicks can sneak out a win here today. Hopefully. Right? I'm not ruling out the possibility that they can make things interesting here tonight. Another thing to also keep an eye on, the Cleveland Cavaliers are also playing tonight. They are one game ahead of the Knicks for the 2 seed, currently in sole possession of the 2 seed. They are playing the Brooklyn Nets here today. The Cavaliers should obviously win that fairly easily. But you never know. Maybe the Nets can catch fire and make that interesting. Milwaukee's also playing today. We are tied with Milwaukee for the 3 seed. Milwaukee does have a pretty tough game today, playing the Minnesota Timberwolves, who did not make a trade. Milwaukee did make a trade for Patrick Beverley. They didn't really give up much, but the Timberwolves, full strength, nobody out because nobody got traded. So that should be a tough game for Milwaukee there. As far as games that pertain to the Knicks, that's pretty much it. In terms of what we need to keep an eye on. We're back into it. DiVincenzo has it up top, coming to his right around the Hartenstein screen. Snakes it, gets to his left hand, flips it up high at the basket, can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Hartenstein couldn't hold on to it. Here comes Josh Green bringing it down. Coming to his right, leaves it off for Dwight Powell, who's in the lane, lays it up with the right hand. Not the greatest game here tonight from, where's my mic? From Hartenstein here tonight. Not all that impactful, especially on the defensive end. Josh Hart has it on the right wing. Coming to his right, pocket pass to Hartenstein in the lane. Fends off the defender. Gets fouled and one. Okay, they're going to count the continuation. Looked like it might have been on the floor, but they're going to give him the 2-point basket. Hartenstein going to the free throw line for one more. 16-13. One bag said, I know we're short-handed, but can we not have guys playing for the opposite team? Just get it out of their system. It might be good that Josh Hart might be getting out of his system early. Hartenstein knocks down the free throw. Green has it up top. Right wing to Derrick Jones Jr. in the post to Luka. He's got Josh Hart on him. He's going to back him down. One-on-one. Gives Luka space. Fade away, turn around, jumper along the baseline. And then Achua and Josh Hart fight for it. Mavericks pick it up. Doncic out of the corner. Fights for it. Gets caught in the air. Kicks it out. Derrick Jones Jr. Right wing 3. Can't get it to go. Achua secures the rebound. And the Knicks are finally coming down the other way. Ta Cowboys. What's up, Ta? We didn't trade Hart? No, we did not. And I don't think they're interested in trading Josh Hart, to be honest. Don't think he was ever going to be involved in a trade. McBride coming down the lane, over to Hartenstein, into Achua, who throws it down. Beautiful ball movement from the Knicks there. Actually, Ta Cowboys, TA, because of the time in which Josh Hart signed his extension, he's not eligible to be traded anyway this season. So, even if they wanted to, they couldn't. DiVincenzo guarding Doncic, up top, step back, in the lane, cross court. They swing it around. Josh Green, left wing 3, can't get it to go. Derrick Jones Jr. grabs it, goes up, finishes over Hartenstein. That's a good finish from Derrick Jones Jr. there. I think he's got a rebound there. But it's 18-16, and they're staying in it. Tom Thibodeau's going to call yet another timeout. 4:40 to go. The Knicks staying in it. It's a national TV game, and the Knicks are down 4 of their 5 starters, but they play hard. I mean, Josh Hart, DiVincenzo, they're going to do what they can in order to keep the Knicks in. So all I'm really looking for is an entertaining game here tonight. Lamort McCleave. What's up, Lamort? The Knicks coach needs to put Toppin in. I think we might see Jacob Toppin here tonight. I think you might be right. Right, Lamort. Toss said, just wishful thinking. I understand wanting maybe to move on from Josh Hart. He can be fairly frustrating. I'm a pretty big fan of Josh Hart when he's playing well. When he's not playing well, look, now that they have players at his position that they could play over him, when he's not having a good game, maybe don't play him 25 to 30 minutes, right? When he's not having a good game, maybe he doesn't need to play that much, right? Maybe 15. maybe 15 on an off night for Josh Hart, right? But with Bogdanovich and Burks and obviously a healthy Anunoby and Randall, Josh Hart, love you, big dog. You make winning plays, appreciate you on the team. But if you don't have it that night, if the hustle and effort isn't entirely there, I'm good pulling back on the minutes. One back doodle, also glad we didn't trade Hart. Yeah. Student said there's definitely going to be a third quarter rising to a fourth quarter shine. I'm interested to see who Tom Thibodeau is going to trust off this bench. They don't have many options. Interesting. Todd said Knicks man up in this is sports. Yeah. I mean, look, they can win the game, of course. I wouldn't expect them to, considering Luka and Kyrie are playing, and for the most part, Dallas is fairly healthy now for this game here tonight. But can they win? Of course they can. Next man up, like you said. Every Knicks fan loves Josh Hart. Yeah, it's 80% love and 20% annoyance, I would say. Maybe 75% love and 25% annoyance with Josh Hart. He can just make some silly plays every now and again. Just every now and again. Which is why I think we should limit him to around 20 to 25 minutes. And then, maybe on a good night, maybe he plays a little bit more than that. And then on a bad night, he plays a little bit less than that. We've got depth now all throughout the roster. Up and down, every position, there's depth. So there is no excuse when a guy's not playing well to have him out there for 30 minutes, right? This was the conversation we've had before about Quickly. If Quickly's not having a good game, why is he out there? RJ's not having a good game, why is he out there? Josh Hart's not having a good game, why is he out there? Now they have options. So if a guy's not having a good game, let's go to the next guy. All right, we're back into it. DiVincenzo coming to his right. Gets caught in the air, almost turns it over. He's able to chase it back down, over to Hartenstein. Hartenstein has it. 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. Out the Deuce, right wing three for Deuce. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Long rebound, finds its way out to Josh Green. And the Knicks do a good job getting back. Josh Green going to slow it down. Gets it up top to Luka Doncic. Being guarded by Achua here. A little bit of a mismatch. Doncic crosses over to his left. Gets Achua going the opposite way. Step back, fade away for Luka. Off glass, gets it to go. Luka's just too skilled. McBride has it up top, being guarded by Green. Over to Hartenstein. Hartenstein over to DiVincenzo. Catch, fires, no hesitation. It looked like he got blocked. And McBride able to secure the offensive rebound, leaves it off for DiVincenzo. Up and under, got a little too fancy with it. Hartenstein saves it out to Achua. He gets a little too fancy with it. Finally, Dallas picks it up. They're coming the other way. Josh Green, all by himself, lays it up with the right hand, gets it to go around a couple of defenders. And guess what, guys? Charlie Brown Jr. is in the game. Shout out Charlie Brown. Hartenstein tried to hit a backdoor pass to McBride. Can't get it to him. Little miscommunication there. Turnover on Hartenstein as the pass sails out of bounds. Marley said, just keep the ball handling decisions out of his hands. Very simple. Unless he's cutting and setting screens and running on the break. Pretty true. Todd said, big task at hand. I grew up watching the V-Boys and Knicks with my dad. Villanova. Shout out to you. Doncic. Crazy behind the back pass inside the Powell, who lays it up and in. That was an insane pass from Luka. He's just out there having fun. He's just trying things right now. It's 24-16. The Knicks can't afford to fall too far down here. McBride coming to his right, slips and falls. Foul by Tim Hardaway Jr., who is riding his hip there. Charlie Brown is in, Marley. Yes, he is. Victor, what's up, Victor? Lamore, want the Knicks waiting for Jacob Toppin? Well, right now the Knicks have McBride, Taj Gibson, Charlie Brown. McBride settles for a pull-up jumper, gets it to go, dancing around a Gibson screen, okay. The Knicks have Deuce McBride, Taj Gibson, Precious Achiuwa, Charlie Brown, and Dante DiVincenzo in the game. Hardy, hesitation dribble, feeds Powell, driving to the basket, gets fouled by Gibson. Powell is going to go to the free throw line for 2 free throws. 2:43 to go here in the first quarter. This is going to be the moments that decide the game here. What happens when we go to our bench, considering we don't really have one. We don't really have a bench. So Dwight Powell is at the free throw line for 2. Misses the first one. Bounced along the rim a couple of times. But we love when our opponents misses their free throws. $2:43 to go here in the first quarter. Powell has one more rebound to go. He does convert the second free throw. McBride will bring it down, 25-18. Approaching the final 2 minutes of the first quarter here. McBride has it up top, hands it off to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo coming to his right, snakes it, gets to his left, gets caught in the air, throws it inside to Achiuwa, somehow finds its way to him. Achiuwa backing down, gets into the lane, throws it up with the right hand, gets it to go over Morris. Good strong move for Precious. Good aggressive move too. Had the ball in his hands, did something with it. You love to see it. And a moving screen on Dwight Powell as Jaden Hardy tried to come around the handoff. DiVincenzo did a good job selling the moving screen there, the offensive foul. Mom back dude said, who the hell is Charlie Brown? Shout out Charlie Brown, man. Shout him out. Both of them. Both living legends. DiVincenzo has on the right wing, coming to his left around the Gibson screen, snakes it back to his right, throws up a floater, can't get it to go, fight for the rebound. Morris able to secure it. And here comes Jaden Hardy. Left wing over to Tim Hardaway Jr. Knicks do a good job getting back. Hardaway spins to his right. They bring a double team. Up top, Morris, pump fakes. Gibson flies by, swings it over to Jaden Hardy. Right wing, wide open, can't get it to go. Dwight Powell taps it out to Tim Hardaway Jr. Catching fire, straightaway 3, knocks it down. Knicks working hard, but not able to secure a rebound. Don't have too many big bodies out there between Achiuwa, Gibson, and Charlie Brown right now. McBride has it, coming to his left, step back, mid-range jumper. Can't get it to go. Dwight Powell with the rebound. He's going to bring it down. Over to Tim Hardaway Jr. Hardaway Jr. has it up top, being guarded by Charlie Brown. Hardaway dancing around the screen, driving to his right. Steps back, puts up a right wing 3 over Charlie Brown. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Hits the top of the shot clock. It's going to go out of bounds and go to the Knicks. 1:10 to go here in the first. Wampag just cut into the deficit. Todd said, can we get a layup, please? This is a rough game. Not too many ball handlers and creators the Knicks have available to play here tonight. So I don't think we're going to see too much ball handling and getting to the basket for a layup tonight. DiVincenzo in the corner. Achiuwa, they leave him open. Achiuwa can't make him pay. Here comes the Mavs running the other way. Hardy has it and throws it out of bounds as Kyrie cut to the basket. Hardy thought he was going to fade out for a corner 3. Ball sails out of bounds, going to the Knicks here. As McBride will bring it down. He played the entire first quarter here, Deuce McBride. I don't know if the Knicks even have another option off the bench to be a backup point guard. Charlie Brown has it on the left wing. Back up top to Achiuwa. Achiuwa hands it off to McBride. Hesitation. Gets into the lane. Kicks it out to nobody as Morris came up with the steal. And then he falls out of bounds. Are they going to call a foul? They do call a foul on Charlie Brown. So the ball is going to stay with Dallas here. 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. This should be the final shot of the quarter here. As Kyrie brings it down. Be guarded by DiVincenzo. 25 seconds to go. Kyrie has it up top. McBride switches onto him. Kyrie's going to dance with it. It's going to go one-on-one. Puts him into the post on his hip. Spins to his right. He's got it in the paint. Takes a high step to his right. Puts up a floater. Comes up short. Gibson with the rebound. The Knicks have 10 seconds. Over to McBride. Hit ahead to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo dribbling to his right. Ball gets poked out of his hands. Out to McBride. Pump fakes. Driving it down. Gets into the lane. Throws up a floater. And he gets it to go as the shot clock, the game clock expires on the end of the first quarter. It is now 22-28. And it's a 6-point game somehow. Somehow, the Knicks willed this to a 6-point game, 28-22. They're not playing well. They don't have anybody. And somehow it's a 6-point game after the first quarter. At some point, I think Kyrie and Luka can sort of flip the switch, turn the engine on, and they can run away with this at any point they want. But as of right now, the Knicks keeping it interesting. At least it's an interesting game. At least they're staying in it. At least they're threatening to come away with a win here tonight, which you'll love to see. Marley said, can Jacob Toppin play defense? He actually is a better defender than his brother Obi Toppin. That might end up being his calling card here in the NBA. He uses his athleticism a lot better than Obi does, especially defensively, in terms of getting up and rejecting players. He has much better timing coming over as a help defender to protect the basket. So I think he's a better defender than Obi. I don't think he's nearly the offensive player that Obi is. But again, we haven't seen him in an NBA setting, really. We've really only seen him in the G League. He did set a G League record for like 33 points in the first half once. 30 points in the first. He had like a 30-point first half in the G League. So I don't know what that means, if he's a good NBA player or not. We kind of got to see him. I don't know if he's available to play tonight. Let's see what ESPN has as the Knicks backcourt. They do have Jacob Toppin listed. They have Jericho Sims listed, although it doesn't seem like he's available tonight, or else we would have seen him by now. We wouldn't see Taj Gibson. So, and they also have Dwayne Washington Jr. listed on the box score there, so I don't know if he's available to play. But the Knicks are really struggling to find time for players right now. Deuce McBride played that whole first quarter there. And I believe DiVincenzo, yes, DiVincenzo and Precious Achiuwa also played the whole first quarter. Hartenstein played 9 minutes, Josh Hart played 7 minutes. So 3 minutes for Gibson off the bench, 5 minutes for Charlie Brown off the bench. Charlie Brown has zeros across the boards except for a foul. Gibson at least has a rebound in his 3 minutes, but that's it. That's it. Student said, I have so much respect for the Knicks. We're definitely fighting with everything we can muster. I don't care win, lose. Mark my words. I'm speaking Cuban. I'm speaking to Cuban by the end of the game. This game doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. They're so hurt. They're missing 4 of their 5 starters. We've gone over it. They have no bench. Yada, yada, yada. This, that, and the other. They just made a trade. Their bench is super thin at this point. But reinforcements are on the way. Hopefully by their next game is Saturday. Hopefully by Saturday, Bogdanovich and or Burks can at least suit up and play because they need bodies to play. We only have 4 games, including tonight, left before the All-Star break. And then at that point, hopefully we can just sort of take a breather, reset a little bit, and get ready for the stretch run of the NBA season. Hopefully. Whoa, whoa, whoa. My bad. Why is this? It is the second quarter. Thank you. And let's reset our timer. Thank you. There we go. All right, so Achiuwa has it up top, over to Charlie Brown. Swings it over to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo, McBride, still in the game. Same with Achiuwa. Tibbs, you can't play them 48 minutes, my guy. Please. DiVincenzo draws the foul and banks in a little pull-up jumper around Kyrie. So that's a fun way to start the second quarter. DiVincenzo going on the line for one more. It's a 4-point game. I'm very interested to see if the Knicks can keep up with this team here tonight. Obviously, Dallas playing down to the competition here tonight. They don't look entirely focused and locked in. We'll take it. We've definitely been on the other end of that where the Knicks, aren't always entirely focused and locked in. And Gibson had the rebound right in his hands. He just can't hold on to it. Goes out of bounds. And Dallas will bring it down. As DiVincenzo missed the free throw, by the way. Dallas bringing it down. Kyrie has it up top. McBride guarding him. Gets it out to Tim Hardaway. Over to Kleber. Kleber hands it off to Kyrie. Back over to Tim. DiVincenzo guarding him. Driving it to his right. Cross court to Morris. Morris out of the corner for 3. Gets it to go. So good ball movement. Good attacking from Dallas there. Achiuwa has it up top. Over to DiVincenzo on the left wing. Coming to his right around the Achiuwa screen. waits for the defender, throws across court to Gibson. Gibson sets his speed. He fires from three. Airballs it. Achua able to grab the rebound, though. Out to Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown for three. Rims in and out. Can't get it to go. Needed that three from Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown, apparently in the G League, pretty decent three-point shooter. Hardy driving it down, gets caught in the air, kicks it out. They swing it over. Tim Hardaway out of the corner for three over Gibson. Gets it to go. So two straight threes there for Dallas, and it's a 10-point game. McBride has it on the right wing. Coming to his left, crossing over to his right around the Gibson screen. Pull-up three for Deuce McBride, way off. Kleber with the rebound. Here comes Tim. Hardaway has it on the right wing. Charlie Brown guarding him. Rhythm dribble, puts up a three over Charlie Brown. Can't get it to go. Comes up short. Achua with the rebound. Here comes DiVincenzo bringing it down. Has it on the left wing. And a timeout from Tom Thibodeau. Wants to keep this game fairly close. Mark, no panic in the chat tonight. Tonight is somewhat of a celebratory, occasion. They made a big old trade. Didn't really give up much either. The only thing they really gave up was Quentin Grimes. And I know Quentin Grimes somewhat divisive this year, just in terms of like people expecting him to take a bit of a step and seem to maybe regress slightly. So, however you feel about Quentin Grimes, he was an important piece of this team, and they traded him for what should be important. A couple of important pieces to this team between Alec Burks and Bogdanovich to shore up their bench. Clearly thinking they can make a bit of a run here this year. We'll see how far they can go. You know where I stand. They're trying to put us away early. Or is it Tay? Is it Tay? Tell me how you want me to say your name. I believe it's Tay, right? They're trying to put us away early. I think if they turn up the heat, if they play like right now, it looks like they're playing at like 70%, kind of moving in slow motion a little bit, which again helps us, favors us. That's always nice. It's always good. How many times have we been on the other end where we play down to the competition we're playing against? So tonight it's going the other way. Dallas playing down to us here, missing as many players as we are. At any point, we're going to have to expect them to turn up the heat a little bit and see if they can pull away. This might be the moment. Tim Hardaway Jr. knocking down 2 straight threes, feeling it a little bit. He's not the guy. Long A. Gotcha. Tay. Appreciate you. What was I saying? Oh, Tim Hardaway Jr. in Dallas. Yeah, they could start trying to put it away early. Yeah, especially if I think they're going to start launching threes too. Tim Hardaway Jr. is good for that. And if they make enough, it's going to be too large of a deficit for this Knicks team to come back against. Marley Tibbs on, he's not trying to lose. Never. DJ Punchy, what's up, DJ? Realistically, we're not winning this, sorry. Oh, for sure. I'm expecting a loss, but hoping they can keep it close enough to make it interesting and then maybe sneak it away. That's really our best bet in terms of winning this game. But I'm not expecting a win tonight. Listen, we already won. We already picked up our win tonight. We traded for Bojan Bogdanovic and Alec Burks, which I believe is going to be the most impactful trade made at the deadline. I think the most impactful trade made this season is between Anunoby and Siakam, right? Anunoby obviously with our Knicks and Siakam going to Indiana. But with how good the Knicks are and where their potential lies, I think Anunoby is going to end up being the most impactful trade made this year. And then not to mention at the trade deadline, the Knicks probably making the most impactful move between Bogdanovic and Burks. So, all right, we're back into it. McBride's still in the game. So is Achua. Josh Hart checks in here for DiVincenzo, so at least those guys might be switching off, but I don't know if they have a backup point guard to spell Deuce McBride at any point. He's going to be taking a lot of shots here tonight. Luka, cross-court pass. Morris, left corner three. Airballs it. Achua with the rebound. Here comes Josh Hart bringing it down. Has it up top. Over to Charlie Brown, right wing three. And Charlie Brown knocks down the three. Okay, Charlie. Line me up, my guy. Let's get into it. Luka coming to his left. He's on the left wing. Charlie Brown picks him up. Luka's just going to bully him into the paint. He's just too big, too strong. Stops, turns, pump fake, leans in, draws the foul, throws it up at the basket with the one hand, gets it to go along the baseline. That's what Luka does. That's what Luka does. You got a G League guy, Charlie Brown, trying to guard him. It's not going to work out. Marley said, can't wait to see OG defend Luka. Yeah, and unfortunately, we're probably going to have to wait until next year for that. Because this is our last game against Dallas, and Anunoby obviously out for a while, right? About 3 weeks. So Luka converts the and one free throw, pushing the lead back up to 10. Josh Hart out to Charlie Brown, left wing three for Charlie Brown, can't get it to go. Achua offensive rebound. Has it up top, trying to slow it down, gets it up top to Josh Hart, coming to his right around the Achua screen. He's going to pull it back out. Trying to feed Achua in the post. They leave Josh Hart wide open, and Josh Hart knocks down a three. Okay, Josh. Hit ahead pass to Tim. Attacking to his right, and a foul on Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown saying he got a clean strip, but Tim Hardaway going to the free throw line for two. Steven G, what's up, Steven? When we are fully healthy, it will be scary now. Watch out. Yeah, I can't wait for this team to get healthy. I believe there's a timeout. I think Tibb is going to challenge this. Interesting. Yes, Tom Thibodeau is going to challenge this. Charlie Brown said it was clean. They called the foul. So the refs are going to take a look. The green light is on. Mark with the hard three. It's nice when Josh Hart can knock down some threes. He's a much better three-point shooter than he has shown this season. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why he's so hesitant to shoot threes. I get he's not a great three-point shooter, probably not even a good three-point shooter, but I do believe he's an above-average three-point shooter. I believe he should be shooting, maybe not above, slightly, I think he's slightly below average. He should be shooting like 34, 35% from three, which he's not. I think he's closer, hovering around 30%, which is just not good enough, Josh. You want to consider yourself a wing and a two guard. You can't be shooting 30% from three, my guy. What's up? Joey, what's up, Joey? I don't understand why teams make trades on game day. I know it's the deadline, but it would be smarter to make the trade when you have 2 days off in a row. I mean, that's just a perfect world, Joey. Part of making deals is that it takes two people to agree on the deal. So it's deadline day, so deals were going to be made today. Every team did them. Not every team, but you know what I mean. Teams that made deals, it was going to happen today. Part of it is, teams that are trading away the good players, teams that are being the sellers in the deal. They're waiting until the last possible moment. They're calling other teams around. They're saying, look, this is what we're offering. If you can beat us, we'll accept your trade. So there's a lot of posturing, a lot of waiting, a lot of negotiating between multiple teams before a deal is finally accepted upon. And then when a deal is accepted upon, you just got to take it whenever it comes, whether it's a game day or not. You just got to take the deal when it comes, because you don't know at any moment the other team can rescind it and just say, actually, another team came in last second with another offer, so we've been negotiating with them, this is what's happening, and then all of a sudden you're starting back from square one. So whenever the deal comes to fruition, both teams have been negotiating for days, if not weeks, if not months at this point. So whenever the deal is agreed upon by all parties involved, you just send it through, and that's it. And it doesn't matter if it's game day, it doesn't matter if it's an hour before tip-off, it doesn't matter if it's in the middle of a game, they don't care. When the deal goes through, that's when it goes through. And there's 82 regular season games, so if you have to sacrifice a game in order to do the deal, in order to make your team better in the long run, you're gonna do them. In a perfect world, you would wait until you had an off day, at least an off day, in order to make the deal. But we don't live in a perfect world, and unfortunately, you just got to make the hard decision of making the deal on days where it's not great, right? Like, it would be nice if the Knicks had some bench pieces here tonight with as many guys as they have hurt, but they don't. Marley said, don't we still could pick up a buy? Can we still pick up a buyout guy? I mean, they can. They don't necessarily have to. I think they have all their bases covered. Maybe like a legit backup point guard. I know Kyle Lowry's name has been floated out there. As Josh Hart gets into the lane off the handoff, knocks down a floater. Okay, Josh. 2 straight baskets there. They did win that challenge, by the way, so it wasn't a foul call. They get it out to Luka, catch and shoot. Josh Hart late to get out. Luka can't get it to go, though. Charlie Brown with the rebound. Here comes Deuce McBride. We'll talk about the buyout market in a second, Marley. Josh Hart gets into the middle of the lane. Mid-range pull-up jumper. Can't get it to go. Derrick Jones Jr. with the rebound. Here comes Luka. 37-32. 5-point game. Luka has it up top, being guarded by Hart. Coming to his right. Achua switches onto him. Luka dancing with it. Putting the dribble moves on. Kicks it out. Josh Green, left wing 3. Too strong. Can't get it to go. Achua with the rebound. He's going to bring it down. Achua over to Josh Hart. Hands it off to Achua. Achua coming to his right. Hands it off to McBride. McBride coming to his left. Gets into the mid-range. Kicks it out. Charlie Brown Jr. tagging to his left. Leans in. Euro steps. Bump. Euro can't get it to go. And Doncic picks up the rebound. I like the aggressiveness from Charlie Brown. Went right at Luka there. Luka bringing it down. He's probably going to go right back at the Knicks. Hits a beautiful in the air. Looked like he was going to go up and shoot the step back 3, but at the last second, dishes it inside to a cutting Derrick Jones Jr. for a wide open dunk. And McBride hit Charlie Brown, cut to the basket, gets stripped in the air, and Dallas able to pick it up. And Luka bringing it down now. They have numbers. He's going to attack McBride. He's got the size mismatch. Kicks it out. Tim Hardaway Jr. out of the corner for 3. Can't get it to go. Achua secures the rebound. Achua's been snatching down a lot of rebounds here tonight. You'll love to see it. Achua has it up top. Over to McBride. 7 minutes to go. McBride coming to his left around the Gibson screen. He's got some space. Coming to his left. Stops, turns, pivots, pump fakes. Flips it up with the right hand. Can't get it to go. It's not a pretty game for the Knicks. It's not a pretty game whatsoever. Luka gets tripped up attacking to the basket. Foul on McBride. So the ball is going to stay here with Dallas. Side out of bounds. Tay, rebounds give you a chance. They do. They do. You got to win the possession game. And the Knicks, that's kind of their ethos. That's how they play. If they have any chance tonight, it's going to be because they out-rebound Dallas here tonight. Luka attacking, looking for a foul call, can't get it to go, but long rebound finds its way out to Powell. They swing it around up top to Kyrie. Kyrie has it with Josh Hart guarding him. Hart dancing with it, putting the dribble moves on, getting to his right. High floater, Achua with the block, and he saves it over to Hartenstein. There you go. Precious Achua. Yeah, he's going to stay in the rotation. Josh Hart driving it down. Terrible pocket pass to Hartenstein, who slips and falls trying to save it out of bounds. Come on, Josh. It's a terrible pass. Terrible pass, my guy. Dwight Powell has it up top. Over to Kyrie. Kyrie on the right wing, driving it down. Over to Derrick Jones Jr., driving to his right, in the lane, gets caught in the air, kicks it out. They swing it around Josh Green, up top to Luka. Luka tagging to his left, gets down past the defender and lays it up nice and easy with the left hand. Undeterred at the basket. 41-32, it's back up to 9. DiVincenzo bringing it down. He's checked back in for Charlie Brown. No, he's not. Charlie Brown is still in. Excuse me. The Knicks have Dante DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, Isaiah Hartenstein, Charlie Brown, and Precious Achua. DiVincenzo, right wing 3, and DiVincenzo knocks down to 3. Back to a 6-point game. The Knicks sticking in this one. Somehow, some way, finding a way. And Luka gets tripped up again, trying to drive around a couple of defenders. Dante DiVincenzo up to 2 threes here tonight. He's going to need a lot more than 2 threes. The Knicks want a chance. Luka behind the back pass to Kyrie. Wide open straightaway 3. Switches it. Not good defense from the Knicks there. 44-35. A little over 5 minutes to go. Hartenstein has it up top, hands it off to DiVincenzo, coming to his right, getting into the lane, throws up a floater. A lot of floaters here tonight. And Charlie Brown keeps it alive out to Achua. Achua picks it up, kicks it out to Josh Hart up top. Pump fakes. Of course, he's not going to shoot that three. Driving it down. Hero steps to his right hand, lays it up and in around Dwight Powell. Good finish from Josh Hart there. 7-point game, under 5. My timer not going? My timer's not going. I thought it was going. My bad. We're under 5 minutes to go. Luka driving it in, kicks it out to Kyrie. Extra pass. Josh Green out of the corner for 3. He gets it to go. So Dallas picking apart the Knicks now from 3-point range. Joey said, I really hope McBride doesn't get buried on the bench again. The guy has improved drastically. He has. My fear, and I think it's likely going to happen, Alec Burks is going to end up being the backup point guard for this team, and McBride will once again be relegated to being a situational player for Tom Thibodeau. So that's just what I think is going to end up happening, but we'll see. Hartenstein knocked down a little floater off a pocket pass. Luka attacking Charlie Brown off the dribble. Stops, turns, pump fake, leans in, draws the foul, throws it over the basket, can't get it to go, but Luka's going to the free throw line for 2 free throws. 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter. And the Knicks, it's an 8-point game. Luka's going to the free throw line, likely to make it a 10-point game, but they're staying in it. Dallas still probably going around 70%, but stay in it. Try staying in it. They're working. Doncic knocked down the first one. Susan said when everyone plays, like he says, it's a Knicks storm, and I never felt this before. I mean, this is the best team that the Knicks have had since the 90s. Jacob Toppin has checked in, folks. Shout out Jacob Toppin. He's got to show out tonight. Luka knocks down both free throws. And we are under 4 minutes to go. We got McBride, Hartenstein, and Jacob Toppin. Josh Hart and Dante DiVincenzo. Josh Hart has it up top, dancing around the Hartenstein screen, over to Toppin. Toppin hands it off to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo being guarded by Josh Green. Josh Green, a good defender. DiVincenzo settles for 3 and gets the 3 to go from the left wing. You got to stay close, Josh Green. You can't cheat. He's looking over at the screen. The screener coming. Doncic has it. Pocket pass to Kyrie, getting down the lane. Throws up a floater. Kyrie gets it to go. Kyrie is automatic if he's got some space. Josh Hart has it up top. Gets called in the air, leaves it off to Hartenstein. Hartenstein, another flip shot, can't get it to go. Throws up a brick. And Luka will bring it down, being guarded by Josh Hart. Coming to his right, spins, gets it to Kyrie. Kyrie has it up top, being guarded by Josh Hart. Kyrie has it in the high post. Jab step, puts up the mid-range jumper. Beautiful move, can't get it to go. Jacob Toppin comes flying in for the rebound. And here comes McBride, bringing it down right side of the court. McBride over to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart over to Hartenstein. Kicks. Obi. Jacob Toppin out of the corner for 3. Can't get it to go. Hartenstein kept it alive out to Josh Hart. Josh Hart has it. Kicks it out. Jacob over to McBride. McBride straightaway 3. Off the back rim. Can't get it to go. Long rebound out to Derrick Jones Jr. Over to Josh Green driving it in. Can't get it to go. Great defense from Deuce. And Josh Green is down on the floor holding his leg. What's going on there? DiVincenzo deep. 4-point range 3. Got it to go. The Knicks staying in this one. 2:20 to go. It's a 6-point game. Woke the crowd up just a little bit. DiVincenzo's up to 16 points. He's hooping. Luka's killing Charlie Brown Jr. It's just a complete mismatch. I mean, just looking at their body types, it's a mismatch. It's unfortunate. Charlie Brown getting like real rotational minutes because of the circumstances that the Knicks are in. And it's got to be against a guy like Luka here tonight where he's got to guard him. Trial by fire. At least he'll always have the opportunity to say, hey, look, I guarded that guy. I guarded him in the NBA. But nobody can guard Luka. Except for maybe Anunoby. Joey Toppin making his debut. Yes, he is. I believe this is his first NBA minutes. I know he did get some preseason time. I believe it's the last preseason game. But I think this is his first NBA game, his debut game. I think so. Raul, what's up, Raul? DDV has stepped up big time in the last month. And the great thing about DDV is that if his playing time or shot attempts go down when guys start to come back into the lineup, I don't think he's going to care one bit. He's up to 4 threes here tonight. He's 6 for 13 from the floor. He's got 16 points. He's keeping the Knicks in this one. He's their go-to scorer tonight. Luka bringing it down. Has it up top, being guarded by Hart. McBride switches onto him. McBride guarding Luka here. It's a mismatch. Luka dancing with it. Almost lost it. Gets it back. Step back. 3 over McBride. Can't get it to go. Josh Hart with the rebound. Josh Hart pushing the pace, coming down. Goes past a couple of defenders. Gets caught in the air. Can't finish, though. Good defense from Dallas. Here comes Luka coming the other way. Hesitation dribble. Gets to the lane. Kicks it in the corner. Tim Hardaway Jr. standing there by himself, and he swishes the 3. So 54-49. This game vacillating between a 9-point game and a 6-point game. Both teams pretty much trading threes here the past couple of minutes. About 1:30 to go. McBride attacking, leaves it off for Hartenstein in the lane, takes the contact, gets the finish, and one. Isaiah Hartenstein going to the free throw line for one more, and he comes up limping. That's not good. That's not good. That's not what you want to see. We're already hurting. We're already down a starting center. Oh, man. These guys need the All-Star break like I need oxygen. It is rough. Marley said, I think Tibbs setting up players to fail just to give himself a reason not to play him. I think he just trusts the guy. I mean, he sees these guys every day in practice. He knows what they're capable of. He knows what they're good at, what they're not good at. A lot of these guys can dominate the G League. Doesn't mean you can come up in the NBA and dominate. Derrick Jones Jr. out of the corner for 3, gets it to go off the pass from Luka. Luka picking the Knicks apart, setting his teammates up for open threes, and again, went from a 6-point game to a 9-point game. McBride swings it out to DiVincenzo, at left wing, coming to his left, along the baseline, crosses over to his left, splits the defense in the air, and he gets slapped down and fouled attacking the basket, but it was on the pass. Minute to go here in the second quarter, still 9-point game. The ball is going to stay with the Knicks, 57-48. Thank you, Karen. Jason Kidd is going to challenge here. It looked like a foul. They got to show the replay here. And, of course, TNT is not going to do that. Okay. From what we saw, it looked like a foul. But who knows? They're going to replay it. They're going to review it here. Jason Kidd using his challenge. Leo Carvajal? What's up, Leo? How's it going, my guy? How's it going? Unknown national championship MVP Dante DiVincenzo. That is. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 31 big old points for Villanova to come through in that final game. I believe it's against Virginia that year, right? In the national championship. Susan Big Ragu doing what he is known for. 100%. That's what he's doing. Big task. Tim Hardaway Jr. with the fake game face. Timmy loves playing in these nonsense games where he can just go off and do whatever he wants. He loves it. They're showing the replay now. They just came back. Let's see. Looked pretty clean. Maybe he came over the shoulder. He did make contact with the shoulder, but he got all ball with the hand. Let's see what the refs call. I could see it going both ways. Oh, Marley said I'm joking about Tibbs setting up players to give himself not a reason to play him. Successful challenge. You can say it's a clean strip. So the ball is going to Dallas here. Marley Ragu earning respect from the refs. Very good. So a minute to go here in the second quarter. It's a 9-point game. Jason Kidd wins the challenge. The ball is going back to Dallas here. Can the Knicks keep it within single digits? Going into halftime. Let's see. Kyrie has it up top, being guarded by McBride. Kyrie dribbling it down, under a minute to go. Over to Tim Hardaway Jr., left wing. Up top to Luka. Luka with Josh Hart on him. Luka backing him down, backing him down, backing him down. Step back, mid-range follow-away jumper over Josh Hart, comes up short. And Kleber comes flying in for the offensive rebound. Tim Hardaway Jr., one dribble, mid-range pull-up jumper, gets it to go. And it's an 11-point game. McBride over to Josh Hart, has it on the right wing, coming to his left, has it up top, they give him space, doesn't shoot it, picks a dribble up, over to Hartenstein. Hartenstein hands it off to DiVincenzo, coming to his right, getting downhill, flips it up at the basket, looking for a foul call, and it's going to be an over-the-back foul on Hartenstein. As Luka grabbed the rebound, Hartenstein came flying in over him. 20 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Dallas can push their 11-point lead up a little bit further. Charlie, what's up, Charlie? Can we actually beat this fully stacked team without our regular starters? No. No, it's going to be tough. Knicks are going to have to get hot from the perimeter. Dallas is going to have to go cold. Luka's going to have to forget how to play basketball. Same with Kyrie. And if that happens, then they have a chance. But other than that, it's going to be a pretty rough night. Dallas is playing at like 70% here. They're playing down to the competition. Kleber out of the corner for three, can't get it to go. And that'll be the end of the first half. It ends up being an 11-point lead for Dallas, 59-48 in this weird, crazy, fake game between two teams who made some roster moves earlier today. The Knicks down 4 of their 5 starters. No Jalen Brunson, no OG Anunoby, no Julius Randle, no Mitchell Robinson. And they are down significant bench pieces. They just traded for Bojan Bogdanovic and Alec Burks. They moved Quentin Grimes, so they don't have him. They moved Fournier, they don't have him. They moved Arcidiacono, they don't have him. They also, they're missing Bogdanovic and Burks because they just traded for them. So they don't have any answers. They don't really have anywhere they can go to. They are relying a lot on Deuce McBride and Dante DiVincenzo to come up with something here. And it has been a rough first half. my man Joffrey, he's over here, not really enjoying this game too much. He's been a bit distracted here today. He's talking over there to Chauncey. Him and Chauncey having a wonderful conversation. But I haven't done this in a while, and I'm going to take a seat. Right? We haven't taken a seat in a long time. But this is the kind of game where kind of is what it is, right? This is a formality kind of game. Mark said, how worried are we about OG? 0%, Mark. 0%. And let me clear some things up for you. Let me inject you with a little bit of optimism here. OG Anunoby has bone spurs in his elbow. It was initially ruled as elbow inflammation. Now, here's my conspiracy crackpot theory that I think is pretty true. I feel comfortable in saying like this is what happened, but they initially ruled it as elbow inflammation for a multitude of reasons. I think the number one reason is because the trade deadline was coming up. And if it was ruled as bone spurs earlier and that he had to go in and get surgery to get them removed, then when the Knicks were negotiating with other teams, they would know that the Knicks were desperate for help. And so because of the Anunoby situation, because that would have been made public, and so the price for their players would have gone up, and teams would have been like, oh, you're desperate for guys. How about you sweeten the pot a little bit with a first-round pick? So I think the Knicks kept it fairly close to the chest and just said it's elbow inflammation, he'll be fine, it's day-to-day, and waited for the trade deadline in order to change the injury report to like, oh, wait, actually, he's got elbow spurs. Oh, we didn't know. And based off of what I've heard from other athletes talking about what elbow spurs are, They just kind of go in and they probe, they stick a couple of needles in your arm, and they just pull the bone spurs out. It doesn't take that long. It's not really that painful. It's not really like a surgical procedure, right? They're not cutting you open and getting inside of you. It's not that bad, is what I'm saying. And so while it may take him about 3 weeks to fully recover, once the bone spurs are out, you're perfectly fine. You just heal from the injection points and your elbow feeling better from the inflammation. There is inflammation that builds up, but the inflammation going down and whatnot. So OG Anunoby will be perfectly fine. He will make a 100% recovery. It will be like nothing ever happened, which is exactly what you want. And it's good and nice that it happened now, so that you can get it cleaned up and cleared, and he can be back on the court in time for the Knicks to make a full stretch run here in March. March now becomes infinitely more important of a month for the Knicks in terms of like battling for seeding in the for the playoffs. They are obviously fighting for that coveted 2 seed, right? If you have the 2 seed, that means you will not have to face Boston until the conference finals, which obviously would be nice. So the 2 seed is fairly coveted, and there are 3 teams really battling for it, pretty much 4. But because Embiid is going to be out for a while, we can kind of remove Philly from the conversation a little bit, at least for now. We'll see how they play without Embiid. Maybe they can adjust a little bit and stay within the hunt for the 2 seed, although it seems like they're gonna fall out of it a little bit. So it really comes down between three teams: the Knicks, the Cleveland Cavaliers, who currently are in sole possession of the 2 seed and have a 1-game lead over the Knicks, and the Milwaukee Bucks, who are currently tied with the Knicks for the 3 seed. This month is kind of a wash for the Knicks. The amount of injuries they're dealing with, the trade deadline stuff that has occurred, it's kind of a wash, right? They had their excellent month to get them into the position that they're in January. This month is going to be very bumpy. They have the All-Star break in it. They had the trade deadline in it. They're dealing with all these injuries. It's murky this month. So what this race is really going to come down to is in March, right? We have a full slate of basketball games in March. We have a couple of games in April before the playoffs start. I believe 8 games in April, 6 or 8 games in April, something like that. We could actually look that up. But March is the month where a lot of these seedings are going to be determined because, like I said, the Knicks dealing with a bunch of injuries, yada, yada, yada. The Mavs getting used to Doc Rivers becoming their head coach, all of that stuff. Cleveland, the storyline with them here in February is that they have a really, really easy February month schedule of games. A really easy schedule of games here. So tonight they're playing the Nets, and they're up 8 on them at halftime. So the Cleveland should win this game. Then they have the Raptors, they should win. They have Philly without Embiid, they should win. They have Chicago without, they have Chicago, they should win that game. They have the Magic, can be a tough game, but Cleveland should still win it. Philly again, the Wizards, the Mavericks, that could be a tough game, but I would take Cleveland over them. And then Chicago, fairly easy month, right? They don't really play a game where I wouldn't favor Cleveland to win it. And then you get to March. March, they have 17 games, by far the most games they have in a month. So their month is stacked between game after game after game, back-to-back games, stuff like that. So they have the Pistons, easy one. But then they have the Knicks, us. Hopefully we're somewhat healthy by then. Hopefully Anunoby's back by then. Then they have Boston right after. Then they have the Hawks, who've been playing better, but Cleveland should beat them. Then they have the Timberwolves. The Nets again. Then they have the Suns. Pelicans are pretty decent. They're pretty good this year. They're 30-21. Then you got the Rockets. You got the Pacers. You got the Heat. I don't know, maybe they'll start ramping up by then and then they become dangerous. We'll see. That's kind of the time they start ramping up. Then the Timberwolves again. Then the Heat again. Then they got the Hornets. Then they got the Hornets. And then they got Philly again. We'll see what happens with Embiid. He's unlikely to be back by then. And then they got the Nuggets. So that month is significantly harder than their February. And we could actually look at the Knicks schedule and kind of compare it a little bit to see how they match up in terms of like their month. They have 14 games, so it's about the same as every other month for them. Nothing different. They have obviously that Cleveland game. They have Atlanta. They have the Magic. They have Philly in back-to-back games without Embiid. They got the Blazers. They got the Kings. Kings are pretty good, although they very beatable. They got the Warriors. They got the Nuggets again, this time in Denver. They got Brooklyn, the Pistons, the Raptors, the Spurs, and then a tough game to end the month with the Thunder. So a bit of up and down for the Knicks. They've got some pretty easy games that they should definitely win, and then they got some pretty rough ones. Rough ones. Knicks fan, what's up, Knicks fan? We'll be fully healthy by playoff time. That's the goal. That's 100% the goal. Knicks fan, Bucks playing Minnesota, yes, and Cleveland is also playing Brooklyn tonight. We're gonna have to keep an eye on both of those games. Susan is proud of Leon Rose. We should all be proud of Leon Rose. He cooked the league today. He really showed out this season. Kevin Charles, what's up, Kevin? Welcome. Mavs will smoke Cleveland. Really? You believe so? I mean, they definitely have the matchup. I don't know. Well, maybe they might have the matchup advantage if Lively's healthy for that game and they can get Gafford ready to go. Who else did they trade for? PJ Washington. So by then, yeah, I don't know, maybe they'll match up much better. They could spread out Mobley to the three-point line and kind of get some of his rim deterrence out of there by stretching him out with PJ Washington. So we'll see. The matchup is pretty fair because you have Luka going up against the backcourt of Doncic and Garland. And who's their starting three? Okoro? Can Okoro guard Luka? Nobody can guard Luka, but you know what I mean. So Mavs will smoke Cleveland. I could see it happening. It's kind of a toss-up. Julu, what's up, Julu? Welcome. Marley said, I'm afraid of Boston. I think they will fear us. I'd like to see this Knicks team somewhat healthy. The next time we play them is in March, right? Is it in March? When's the next time we play them? Late February. February 24th. We will not be healthy for that game. So that's going to be an unfortunate matchup. Do we play them again this season? Looks like maybe in April. We do play them in April, our third last game of the year. April 11th. So neither team will probably be playing most of their rotation players by that point. But so we are unlikely to see these teams match up at full capacity before the playoffs come. It's tough because Porzingis kills the Knicks in terms of the matchup and the way Tom Thibodeau's defense is set up. Porzingis can just pick and pop them to death. But it's difficult to see the extent of that, considering they made significant roster moves this year, right? You got Anunoby now. You got Harnstein, who's playing much better. So I don't know how they match up with Boston anymore. Before, Boston clearly had their number. They matched up with them very, very well. But after a lot of these recent moves, how hard they play, Boston tends to struggle with teams that can outwork them. The Miami Heat in recent years. And the Knicks will have more firepower than the Heat have ever had these recent years. So between Brunson and Randall bully-balling them in the paint and just them getting lit up from three between DiVincenzo and Anunoby and now Bogdanovich and Burks, we'll see how they match up. We shall see. It's difficult to tell at this point because the Knicks are so different from where they were in the beginning of the year when they initially played. Susan said, Cavs just don't put any fear in my heart against the Knicks. I can't blame you. They dismantled them in the playoffs last year. Hopefully they're healthy enough, and if they do match up again this year, the Knicks will teach them a lesson again. And Jalen Brunson can send them home for the third straight year. Julu said, forgive my tardiness. I was out celebrating mediocrity with today's trade deadline moves. Let's go Knicks. The like mediocre moves, you mean? I hope you don't mean that the Knicks are remaining mediocre. I think you mean like the moves in general, like this trade deadline in general was mediocre, because it kind of was. There were no star trades. But we knew that. We knew that coming into it. There were really there wasn't anybody really disgruntled and available. So 2026. Honestly, I'm not too concerned about seeding. A healthy Knicks team could beat anyone else in the East, home court or not. That is true. You just don't really want. You want the path with the least amount of resistance. Just so you could be as fresh and ready to go in the biggest moments of your season between, a conference finals run and hopefully a finals run. So, you don't want to have to play Boston in the second round. Although I guess it doesn't really matter when you do if you are going to eventually match up with them. But you don't want like a bloodbath matchup with them in the second round and Cleveland, maybe gets off easy and with an easier matchup in the second round, and then you come into the conference finals exhausted and Cleveland comes in somewhat fresh. That's what you don't want. That's why seeding becomes important in the playoffs. But we'll see how healthy they are and how big of a lead can Cleveland carve out here while the Knicks are getting healthy. So maybe it'll matter, maybe it won't. Maybe they'll have to like buckle down and fight for that 2 seed, and maybe it'll just be so far out of reach that it doesn't really matter, and they should just focus on remaining healthy for the playoff run. So we'll see. We'll see how it lines up. But like I said, this March is going to become a very, very important and interesting month for these 3 teams here in the East between Milwaukee, Cleveland, and the Knicks. Tay, I just hope it doesn't take the injured and shut in long to gain that chemistry when they come back. That's another thing. That's a great point. It's a great point. They just made this trade, and these guys are out with injury, so there's not going to be a lot of time in order to build chemistry with each other. And even like with Anunoby, like they didn't have a ton of time with Anunoby either. So hopefully they fit as well as Anunoby did. Kind of just came in and was like, oh, yeah, I fit right here. This is perfect. So hopefully it doesn't take too much to sort of gel them in. And also, they, as bench players, hopefully they could just sort of slot in and be ready to go. Hopefully, right? We're being optimistic here. Charlie, what's up, Charlie? From the injured players, who is most likely to return early to the Knicks roster? I would probably say Randall. I think we're talking about of the 3, because I think Brunson with the rolled ankle, he'll be fine. Maybe he'll miss the rest of these games going into the All-Star break, but like that's a sprained ankle. We know what happens there. We're also getting back into this game, by the way. But I think Randall's just kind of, he's a workhorse. He's obviously in tremendous shape, so I don't know, I feel like he could be ready to go when time becomes available. DiVincenzo throws up a floater, can't get it to go. Hartenstein is out the rest of the game because Taj Gibson gets to start here. Boy, are these guys thin. No Hartenstein for the rest of the game. Great. You'll love to see it. Doncic throws it inside. Derrick Jones Jr. can't get the layup to go. They call a late foul on Josh Hart. He's a bit upset. All right. This I don't know. I'm going to focus on talking with you guys versus calling this game, because this is no Hartenstein, no Brunson, no Randall and Mitch, obviously, and then a lot of the bench players gone because we traded them. So let's just hang out and talk, guys. Let's just hang out and talk. I'll update you about what's going on as it goes on, but I'm going to stay seated because this one, let's just hang out, guys. Charlie, but I think Randall probably is the most likely to come back early. I was going to say Anunoby, but I don't know. He's the kind of guy you want to be cautious with. Randall, he looks like he's sculpted out of stone. That guy is he's in awesome shape. So if anybody's going to come back early, my money would probably be on Julius Randle. Susan said it always takes a minute for everyone to get their rhythm back, but we'll be fine. Yeah, part of it is you're hoping that they come back early enough so they can get a handful of games, 15 or so games, 10 to 15 games. 15 is a bit optimistic, but 10 to 15 games, right? You're hoping they can come back early to mid-March and not late March into April. If they can come back early March, then they have about a month and a half, maybe about a month in order to sort of get ready back into playing shape and start building the chemistry again. It is 61 to 50, by the way. And let's restart that timer. Let's go through the rest of your comments. Bernard Johnson said, I'm not worried about any of these teams once the Knicks get healthy. That's the thing. Got to get healthy. It's not a 100% sure thing that guys will be 100% when they do get back. They could, somewhat rush Randle back, and they could be at 80%. And an 80% Randle is really good, obviously, but he's not like all NBA Randle at that point, right? Maybe All-Star Randle's still there, but all NBA Randle, at 80%, it's tough. Same with, I think Anunoby will come back 100%. But, Mitchell Robinson's going to be out of shape. He had ankle surgery. He obviously can't do any cardio with a cast on your foot. So he's not going to be 100%. He's not going to be even close to where he was at the start of the year. And that's going to be rough. Josh Hart gets fouled. He's going to the free throw line. So they'll get healthy. I think these guys will get back onto the court. But, how healthy will they get? It's not going to be the same. That's sort of the part that I'm worried about. Yak. What's up, Knicks Yak? Happy to see you. I think we can win this. They got their feet wet first half. With no Hartenstein, it's going to be tough. Dallas is going to have to just not be good. Josh Hart hit the first free throw, by the way. And the Knicks cut it to a 7-point game. 54 to 61. Knicks fan, Nuggets versus Lakers tonight. True. I don't know if I care. The Lakers weren't able to make a trade. Kyrie gets to the basket for a layup. Marley, Cleveland, short lead in the second. At the start of the second half, Bucks are losing in the second quarter. That's true. We can go around the league a little bit, considering how just out of it this game is. Already. Let's look real quick. The Cavaliers are now up by 22 on the Nets coming out of halftime. Okay, that game is pretty much over. They're on a 14-0 run to start the second half, Cleveland is. Brooklyn has yet to score. 15-0 run now. It is 23 points. That is just embarrassing for the Nets. They continue to be a complete embarrassment, not making a real trade at the deadline. What are they doing? But the Bucks are playing Minnesota. They're down 12. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Did Josh Hart score another basket? He did. It is 63 to 56. 10-point game. Kyrie out of the corner. 4-3. Can't get it to go. Josh Hart with the rebound. Where are we? Knicks fan, going to be a great night of basketball. Hopefully. DiVincenzo comes up limping, guys. He seems to be okay. He's kind of walking it off. He's in pain, though. Josh Hart gets blocked. The All-Star break needs to happen tomorrow. The Knicks just need to forfeit the final 3 games and just rest up. I wouldn't even be mad. Just forfeit those games. Luka looking for a foul call, doesn't get it. DiVincenzo bringing it down now, so he seems like he's fine. Okay. He was hopping around and limping. But he's staying in the game. Now looking to come out. Kyrie fouls Josh Hart. 8 minutes to go. Elizabeth Blatch. What's up, Elizabeth? Knicks need to step up on their offense and defense in the second half. Yeah, I mean, they definitely need to play better. It's just difficult with all the guys out. And no Harnstein now. Just get to the All-Star break, please. Please, can we get to the All-Star break? Offensive foul on Taj Gibson, by the way. Student said, we made a depth move today. Increased offense on and off the bench. Yeah, I mean, Alec Burks is a walking bucket. And so is Bogdanovich. If you guys didn't watch too much Pistons this year, if you guys aren't too familiar with Bogdanovich's game, that guy is a bucket getter. He's incredible. He's really good. He's really good. And him coming off the bench is going to be spectacular for the Knicks. Maxi Kleber going to the free throw line for 2. Yak said, the Cavs are good. I got them finishing second and us third. They got a favorable schedule. Second place doesn't face the Celtics until the conference finals. Yes, Yak. That's why the second seed is so important. And again, the Cavs have a really easy schedule here in February, especially to end February. But it gets a lot harder in March, and the Knicks' schedule kind of eases up a bit. They got some tough ones there in March. But if there's any point where the Knicks could make a run for that second seed, it's going to be how both teams play out their March schedules between the Cavs. Hopefully, maybe can hit a couple of roadblocks there and lose a couple of games. Finally, it feels like they haven't lost in forever. They're on a long winning streak. And the Knicks, maybe picking up a couple of tough wins there and going on another run themselves to secure that second seed or to at least get close into that second seed. It's still a 10-point game here as Kyrie gets to the basket, can't finish. Josh Hart with the rebound. Great contest from Achua in the fast break there. DiVincenzo leaves it off for Hart. He's getting down the lane, splits a couple of defenders, and lays it up and in. It's still an 8-point game. The Knicks, they're still in it. They're playing awful, and they're still in it. Under 7 minutes to go. The second seed is super important. The Cavs are going to be, obviously, fighting very hard for it. And the Knicks, we'll see how far they are come March, and hopefully when Anunoby gets back and when Randall gets back. Luka bullies his way to the basket, keeping it at 10. Mark said MSG has cleared out. That might have been just the halftime view. I'm looking at it now. I mean, obviously we don't have a great view of it, but it seems pretty packed to me. Guys, people are still there. I don't think people were rushing to their seats to start the second half. I think they were very comfortable remaining at the concession stands, just getting what they wanted, not rushing back to the game. Taj Gibson is exhausted. Just looking at him. I mean, the Knicks, at one point they had 4 centers between Mitchell Robinson, Isaiah Harnstein, Jericho Sims, Precious Achiuwa, and even Taj Gibson. And now they are only down to Precious Achiuwa, who are they using as a 4 now, and Taj Gibson. So Taj Gibson is their lone starting center. Their lone center on the roster. Should they choose to slide Achiuwa to the center. But it's not looking good for the Knicks. D-Ras, what's up, D-Ras? Unknown, highly doubt this time next year we have the same roster. Summer will be an active one for New York. We will see who becomes available. I know everyone has been reporting, wait until this summer. Woj has said it. Windhorse has said it. A lot of people have been saying it. The Knicks have all their draft picks, and they kept it for a reason, because should a superstar level player request a trade and become disgruntled this offseason, the Knicks will be first in line, ready to cash in all their chips. But what if that doesn't happen this offseason? What if a team like Oklahoma City comes in and offers significantly more than the Knicks have? Because now they don't have young players to sweeten the pot for. So, they only have draft picks now. We'll see. We'll see what happens this offseason and who becomes available. Yak said, we missed so many makeable shots in the first half, we can win this. I'm glad you guys are optimistic, but Dallas is moving in slow motion in this game. They are not going hard. They know at any point if they turn it up to 80, 90%, They could pull this one away. The Knicks are trying as hard as they can. They are just at a significant talent deficiency here tonight. Anytime Luka wants, he can get a basket. He is being very passive here tonight. I know we are optimistic about our team. They are not going to win this game tonight. I will be very shocked if it's even close here in the fourth quarter. At some point here in the second half, Dallas is going to turn it up for a second, blow it open, and Luka and Kyrie won't have to play in the fourth quarter. But we'll see. We'll see. NBA can have its ebbs and flows. It can be a make or miss league, especially on a game-by-game basis. So we'll see. Soon said, I'm treating this game mentally as a preseason game tonight. That's a good way to do it, Suits. That's a good way to do it. This is definitely a glorified scrimmage out here with how many guys are out for the Knicks. D-Ras, SmackDown third or let go of the ropes. Yeah, I think it's going to be one or the other. I would be shocked if this remains like hovering around 10 going into the fourth quarter. We'll see. This Knicks team fights, but DDV came up, limping a little bit with his foot. Maybe he stepped on a guy's ankle or something, but he seems fine. He remained in the game. Harnstein seems to be out here in the second half. He came up limping on a play earlier in the first half where maybe his Achilles flared up again. So he's out most likely here in the second half for the rest of the game. So they're dropping like flies right now. They're giving an update on Isaiah Harnstein, but I'm just assuming he's not coming back. I don't need to listen to it. D-Raz, Tibbs never gives up. Yeah, that's the Tibbs way. That's what's got him here in the first place. It's what's got him to be a head coach in the NBA. Yak said, we're going to surprise you. We weren't playing bad defense. I don't expect this team to play that bad defense, Yak. I would be more surprised if they weren't playing good defense, but they just don't have enough talent. As Josh Hart puts up a three, can't get it to go. Charlie Brown fighting for the offensive rebound. The Mavs come up with it. It's still a 10-point game. Luka coming down, Euro steps, gets into the lane, almost lost it, kicks it out to Kyrie. He pump fakes, kicks it out to Luka. Luka puts up the three, and he rattles it in. I like your confidence, Yak. The Knicks are down 4 of their 5 starters. And Dallas, for the most part, is fairly healthy here tonight. They got Luka and Kyrie both playing. They're good. They're ready to go. McBride out of the corner for the three. Can he get it right back? He cannot. Here come the Mavs. It's a 13-point game. Can they push it even further? Under 5 minutes to go. Kyrie for three. He can't get that one to go. Knicks still have their chance. Hit a head pass to DDV. He lays it up and in. Good pass from Josh Hart. Charlie, Mavs will win this one, but hoping Cavs lose 2 against the Nets. Not looking great as they blew it completely wide open in the second half to start. The Nets are just an embarrassment of a team. It is currently 88-63. Luka gets an and one layup to go. 73-60. D-Raz said, we need G League deuce tonight. It ain't the G League. The G League doesn't have anybody like Luka and Kyrie out there. I'll tell you that much. Joey, Nets got rid of Dinwiddie. I like this game. He's been awful this year, Joey. He has been awful this year. To the point where there was an article that went around where there was some speculation that he literally might be intentionally tanking his season. Like, just not playing hard whatsoever. That's how bad he was playing. They were like, this can't be purposeful. He's got to be doing this on purpose. That's how bad he was playing this year. He's been awful for the Nets. And they kind of just wanted him out. They literally traded him for nothing, right? They traded him for Schroeder. That's not nothing. Schroeder's good. So they replaced him with Schroeder. But, I mean, Josh Hart puts up a three, can't get it to go. Achua with the tip. Achua's really good. Just getting his hand up there and guiding the ball into the basket like that. 12-point game. Luka bringing it down. Under 4 minutes to go. Tim Hardaway out of the corner. If that goes in, it does go in. And the lead has been pushed to 15, guys. I don't know, Yak. This is getting a little ugly. The Timberwolves and Bucks are at halftime, and the Timberwolves hold the 10-point lead. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. DiVincenzo gets a layup. Susan, I have one wish. Let's just make it to the All-Star break. Then we'll be slowly getting it back. Yeah, they just need to get healthy, and they need a break. All these guys need a break. Because of all the injuries, a lot of these guys have been playing an insane amount of minutes, and so they just need a break. Everyone just needs to go home and lay in their own bed and not have to worry about playing 48 minutes that night. Josh Hart's probably going to play 48. He's settling for a lot of like pull-up threes here. It's getting really ugly out there. Luka knocked down another three, by the way, and hit the free throw. And then Jaden Hardy here gets a layup. So all of a sudden, the lead is up to 18, excuse me. Lead's up to 18, guys. So this one feels pretty much over. How you feeling now, Yak? How you feeling now? Susan said, seeding won't be a problem for the Knicks. I would just rather have the 2 seed and not have to play Boston until the conference finals. That's just me, though. Tay, does Taj have at least 10 boards? I don't think he does. Taj Gibson has been like walking out there. He is too old for this. He is not in shape. He is dragging his feet around the court. Achua has 12 rebounds. Josh Hart with 7. Taj Gibson has 3 rebounds in 15 minutes. It has been a struggle for him. It has been a struggle for everybody. Uh, 2026. What's up, big dog? Bogdanovich is a career 39.5 three-point shooter. That's elite. Yeah, he shoots 40% from 3. And he's really good off the catch and shoot, and he's really good off the dribble. He's really good off the dribble as a three-point shooter. So that's something the Knicks haven't had since quickly. So it's just going to be wondrous. I just hope that these guys are ready to play by Saturday because this team needs bodies. They need help out there on the court. Susan, Mavs don't want to do us too bad because they know it's coming down the track. I think they just know that this is somewhat of an easy game and they don't have to go 100%. This game is so boring. I'm yawning. My apologies. Yak, shame on anyone. Giving up defense is playing them tough. What? Oh, yeah. Shame on anyone giving up. Defense is playing them tough. We just need to start hitting shots. They are at a significant talent deficient, Yak. And you could be the Boston Celtics. You could be the Clippers. You could be any team. You're down 4 of your 5 starters, and you don't have a bench because you just traded a lot of them. You have 8 healthy players. This is like the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies play team stuff. They don't win a lot of them. This Knicks team held in strong for the most part. They're not going to win tonight against the Luka Kyrie-led team. Against the Dallas team that's mostly healthy. They're playing hard. They just don't have enough. That's just it. This is a schedule loss. It is what it is. It's not a big deal to lose a game where you don't have your 2 All-Stars. You don't have, at this point, either of your all defense centers between Robinson and Hartenstein. They're both out now. You don't have your all-defense perimeter player in Anunoby. You don't even have a dribbler and creator to play. You have Deuce McBride and Dante DiVincenzo. And I love those guys as role players. They're not creators. You got nothing. You're just hoping to get hot from the perimeter. And the Knicks have been firing away from 3, but they haven't been really hitting it too many. McBride doing a lot of dribbling, gets it out to DDV, driving it in, he loses it, and it's a turnover. Luka picks it up. It's not for a lack of trying. The Knicks are shooting 40% from the field and 26% from 3. They're 6 for 23. Derek Jones Jr. gets fouled going to the basket and can push the lead to 20 here. Soon said, never giving up, just not going crazy if we lose. Yeah, that's where I'm at. They, you know, they're down all their guys, like all of them. It's not even like some of them. They're down all of them. No. It's tough out here. Susan said, "Stop saying Charlie Brown in my head. I see someone else going to the basket." You're seeing that bald kid with the with the brown shirt. Yeah, that Charlie Brown. Derek Jones Jr. knocked down both free throws. Josh Hart gets fouled. He's going to the free throw line. 2 minutes to go. It's a 20-point game. Victor, what's up, Victor? Happy to see you. This is good for the Knicks, even though they are short on players. Every player in the Knicks team chance to play even better for those who get less minutes. Not entirely sure what you're saying there, Victor, but I think you're saying that it's good overall because the players who, they're able to get out there and spread their wings a little bit, play a little bit more than what they usually would get. But it's just the Knicks don't have, 4 of the 5 starters, Hartenstein, and then the 2 players they traded for. They don't have 7 of their 9 rotation guys out tonight. Of their 10, maybe. We'll go with 10. They don't have 7 of the 10 rotation players in the lineup tonight. So it's just that kind of game. It's just that kind of game. It's that kind of night. It's a wash. Marley said, I like that his name is Charlie Brown Jr. I like that his name is Junior because it makes me think that his dad is the real Charlie Brown. Like he was born of the comic. It's kind of crazy, of the Peanuts comic. I like that he's a junior. It's hilarious to me. They call a moving screen on Achua, so DDV's jump shot doesn't count. It is back to being a 20-point game. Except 3 more games to the break. I would like to win 2. Yeah, I would like to win all of them. I get what you're saying with 2 of them. We have Indiana, that's going to be tough. Houston, that's going to be pretty tough at Houston. And at Orlando, it's going to be pretty tough to end. So 3 games where they're going to have to play well in order to win them. We'll see who's healthy. We'll see. Maybe Brunson just needed the day off to heal up that ankle. Hopefully Burks and Bogdanovich are ready to go on Saturday against the Pacers. We'll see. Jose, what's up, Jose? They're going to pass for the day. No one is going to knock them for today's performance. It's not even going to be referenced after today. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, right? It's a schedule loss. All the moves that they made, all the injuries that they have. Under a minute to go. It is a 17-point game. All right. McBride can't get the layup to go. Looking for a foul call. Doncic bringing it down. Step back. Puts up the 3 straight away. Doesn't get it to go. Long rebound. McBride picks it up. Comes DDV. Hit a head pass to Achua. Catches. Euro steps. Lays it up with the right hand. And they call a travel on Achua. Okay. Okay. Joey, how did Hartenstein's injury look? It looked like maybe he just tweaked it a little bit. It seemed, he just took a wrong step, came down a little hard on the foot. We know he's dealing with an Achilles, so it didn't look too bad. I mean, it didn't roll his ankle or anything, but, maybe he's not available for the next game just so they can get him some rest. Again, this team desperately, desperately needs to rest. They are the walking wounded right now. 12 seconds to go. Luka driving to his left. Pump fake, puts it up, gets the foul call. He's going to the free throw line for 2. Luka's just doing whatever he wants out there. Jose, someone came down on the back of his foot. Yeah, I saw he like landed on someone's foot or someone landed on his foot, something like that. But it just flared up. I mean, he played the rest of the quarter, seemed to walk it off a little bit. Again, most likely just precautionary things, keep him out for a bit, rest it up. These last 4 games, as much as I want to win them, they don't really matter. The health of this team matters most. And so, injuries happen. Marley, he's been nursing that injury. He should be resting it. I think this team desperately needs the All-Star break. We've said it a million times. We're going to say it a million more times because it's true. They desperately just need to rest a little bit, man. Like, it is rough, this schedule. The timing of a lot of these trades, the injury bug, they've been hit tough here tonight. And you're seeing it. You're seeing it. So the end of the third quarter, we've got 12 more minutes of basketball here tonight. Unless the Knicks are going to pull something out of their hat, it's a 16-point game. It's not insurmountable. They can get hot from 3. But 87-71 at the end of 3. So that's there and that's there. 87-71. C. Tyler, what's up, C. Tyler? We're getting that pick this year, Dallas pick. Yes. I mean, we should have gotten it last year, but they just needed that 10th pick for Derek Lively, and it's definitely worked out for them. So, shout out to them, I guess. But we are definitely getting their pick this year. The Knicks hold their own pick. That's always fun. I do think the Knicks' last 2 drafts have not come away with any players in the draft. The only guy the last player they picked in the NBA draft was Trevor Keels. So we've seen how that has worked out in the sense that it hasn't. They've traded out of the first round the last 2 years. They have 2 picks coming up in this draft between their own and this Dallas pick is going to convey this year. So I think they should either maybe bundle both those picks up and try to move up for a guy they really like, or maybe just bring in 2 guys, right? Replenish some of your young players. You just traded all 4 of your young guys away. So replenish some of your young players, pick up two more young guys here in the draft, and go from there. D-Raz said, gonna need 7 quarters in this game. Hopefully they just put us out of our misery here in the 4th quarter and we can go to bed. It's been a long day between work, between the trade deadline stuff. I was working on the computer a lot, so let's just get to bed. D-Raz, not a suit night. Nope. Just a chill night. Got the Knicks beanie on. Got the regular Knicks hoodie. It's just a chill night. Nothing special. No one's tuning in. No one new is tuning in to check out this horrendous game. I know it's a TNT game. I don't know why they booked this to be the TNT game. But they probably should have flexed it. Considering the Knicks are so injured. This wasn't going to be a good game, but okay. Student said, my neighbor just knocked on my door to talk basketball, and even he says the Knicks are going to be dangerous. Got him back on track as a Knicks fan. You're seeing a lot of people get back on track as Knicks fans. But people like us, we never left. We never left. Even through the darkest of times, we were Knicks fans. Tuned into all these games. Student said, listen, it's February, not April. We are going to be fine. Yeah, that's the sentiment coming out of tonight. Let's just get healthy. Let's get to this All-Star break, and let's see what they do in March. And hopefully guys will start returning, and it could be a fun March. Derrick Jones Jr. comes out at a half, goes to the basket strong. He's going to go to the free throw line for 2 free throws here to start. Marley said, let's just pray for our team for good health. Let's heal. Yes. Yes. It's all we need. It's all we need. Jose, we fleeced the league this year. Overall grade, he gets an A-. Yeah, I think that's a totally fair grade. I might even say an A, right? I think the A+ should be reserved for if they traded for a star or a superstar or whatever. But I think they get an A, considering that they didn't give up a first-round pick at all. In any of they got Anunoby, Bogdanovich, and Alec Burks. All three of those guys, significant pieces in their rotation moving forward, especially Bogdanovich and Anunoby. And they didn't give up a first-round picks for any of those guys. When previously reported was like, you're going to give up at least 3 first-round picks to get Anunoby. And the Knicks didn't give up 1 to get him. And you're going to give up at least a good first-round pick for Bogdanovich. And they didn't give up 1. They fleeced the league this year. I'm getting into the nitpicky stuff by saying A or A-. I'm gonna go with an A. I think they were that good this year. Kyrie knocks down a jumper. It is 91-74. Whoops. Soon said every time someone Chevy says Charlie Brown, I keep seeing Charlie Brown on the court. Marley Leon's always thinking forward. He's had a goal in mind, and every move he's made has been made with the idea that at some point I would like to make a trade for a star. And, should that opportunity become available, we will see. He's going to be ready for that moment. Tim Hardaway Jr. with a deep 3 can't get it to go. Josh Hart able to save it over to Taj. And it is 91-79. It is a 12-point game, folks. Hold on. The Knicks fighting back. 10-13 to go. A lot of time left. Can they make it this interesting? Mr. Freckles. What's up, Mr. Freckles? Randall's a strong dude, but I worry about his mental state of mind when it comes time to take the ball into paint. He might hold back a little, and that's going to hurt his game. We'll see. We'll see how he comes back. We'll see how he feels. I'm not gonna speculate on what his mental fortitude is gonna be coming back from this injury. We'll just have to wait and see. It's definitely the kind of thing that can hurt somebody, especially when they're a physical player. If he has to change it a little bit, maybe it affects his shot a little bit. Who knows? I'm just hoping he's good and he's cleared and he can come back and he can play well. Just all I'm hoping for. But that's a good point, Mr. Freckles. It's a good point. It was 10-13 to go. We'll run the timer down another second or two. Marley in search of Leon Fisher. Leon Rose playing chess in the league. A lot of teams are flying by the seat of their pants and taking what comes to them. Guy like Leon Rose, he's got a plan. He's sticking to it. And he's playing hardball. Think of all the moves he's made. What are the misses? Kemba Walker signing. The Nerlens Noel contract. The Evan Fournier signing. That's pretty much it. Maybe the Derrick Rose signing. Right? You want to throw the Alec Burks stuff in there? It was just one off season that he whiffed. Since then, nothing but bangers. Hartenstein, DiVincenzo, Brunson, obviously. He signed RJ to a good deal, signed Randall to a great extension, traded for Anunoby, traded for Bogdanovich and Burks. The guy has been on fire. He's been on fire since one bad offseason. Susan, that's why the Knicks go for players when together play as a threat, not getting one person who's the threat. Very smart. I mean, they're just building the team around Brunson. They pivoted to just, okay, wait, hold on. This guy is actually good enough. We're going to build the team around him now. Jose said, did you hear the rumor that the Hawks wanted quickly in a first for Murray? Throwing in Fournier to match salaries, I would have pulled that trigger. I've never been a fan of Murray at all, one bit. Happy they didn't pull that trade. He's clearly not worth it. Other teams clearly figured he was not worth it by not offering more than like a first round pick or two for DeJounte Murray this year. We're back into it. The Knicks hustling around over here, and they force a turnover. Almost. Kleber picks it up. Kicks it in the corner. Josh Green leaves it off for Kyrie. Catch and fires. Quick release. Can't get it to go. And the Knicks secure the rebound. It's a 12-point game. They can get it to within single digits or at least cut it to 10. Leaves it off for McBride out of the corner. He's going to cut it to single digits. Can't get it to go. Josh Hart and Charlie Brown collide. Can't secure the rebound, but there is an off-ball foul. 9:38 to go. They had their opportunity there. Jose said, but the Raptors wanted quickly to finalize the OG deal. And I would significantly rather have Anunoby than have DeJounte Murray. I just don't think that guy's a winning player. Just don't think so. Luka driving it in, draws a foul on Charlie Brown. He's just too big, too strong, goes right through him, finishes with the and one. So the Knicks fighting valiantly, but you know, Luka kind of taking over a little bit here. Just a little bit. Just doing Luka things. Yvette, what's up, Yvette? Happy to see you. Kenny, Knicks, keep hanging in there. I mean, they're a team full of fighters. That's what they do. I'm unsure of their chances to pull this one out, but this is what they do. This is what they do. Full strength or not, they're not going to stop playing hard. DiVincenzo gets the layup on the other end. 94-81, still a 13-point game. About 9 minutes to go. Susan, Randall mentality will be fine. He's the original Nick, ring thirsty. We'll see how he plays when he comes back. Luka step back three. So Luka's starting to take over a little bit here in the fourth, making sure the Mavs don't embarrass themselves here tonight. Yak, we're sharing the ball and playing defense. Don't give up. We'll see. Achua out of the corner for three. Can he answer? Yes, he does answer. Okay, Achua. Keeps it to a 13-point game. Susan, Leon Rose was an agent making positive trades. Yeah, some agents work out well as GMs and some don't. Seems like Leon Rose has worked out really well. Derrick Jones Jr. gets a layup on the other end. A lot of minutes here for Taj Gibson. Not sure he thought he'd be playing this much when he re-signed with the Knicks. DiVincenzo DiVincenzo switches a three. That was a gorgeous looking three there for DiVincenzo. Back to a 12-point game. Under 8. Knicks hanging in there, giving themselves a chance if they can get hot. They gotta shore up this defense. The Mavs are just walking in for layups. Karan Clark, just keep fighting. This is what this team does. This is who they are. Blocking foul and Derrick Jones Jr. out on the perimeter. Marley, sit Charlie Brown, please. It's not like they have a ton of options. Jacob Toppin is subbing in here for Taj. Taj is exhausted. He is breathing heavy out there. So the Knicks are going small with Achua at center and Toppin as the power forward. Toppin is a string bean. He's more of a 3 than a 4. We'll see how this works. I guess they have Josh Hart in there to play 4. We'll see how this works out. Josh Hart tried to throw it a lob to Achua, but they broke it up. McBride able to pick up the loose ball, though, and Achua can't finish the layup there. Could have cut it to 12 again. Kyrie left wing 3 over Achua, off the back rim. McBride picks it up, over to DDD, bringing it down, and it gets stolen by Luka. Terrible pass from DiVincenzo. Terrible pass. The Mavs swinging it around. And Cleaver just loses it. McBride picks it up. Good ball denial from him. He goes up. Oh, and throws it down and a foul. Deuce McBride. Yes, sir. Statement dunk over Cleaver there. I don't know. Hold on. Maybe this can rile the Knicks up. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Julius is up and rising. He's smiling about it. It's a great dunk from Deuce there in transit on the fast break. You gotta show it a couple of times. It was so nice. Susan, stop with the Charlie Brown. Well, he's out of the game now. McBride converts the and one opportunity. Luka's going to bring it down. It's an 11-point game. Hold on. Knicks making it interesting. Marley said, I'm not a fan of Murray. He's overrated. I'm with you, Marley. I'm with you. Happy to have somebody on my side. McBride fouls Josh Green on the three-point shot. Josh Green made the three-point shot. That's a bit of a dagger. So McBride giveth and he taketh away. Susan Gibson's the new spokesperson for Icy Hot. They got to get him something over there, man. He's struggling. He is struggling. He is too old for this. Marley Taj about to pass out. He is too old for this, man. I don't know what Tibbs is doing. I know we're shorthanded, but he is not the guy to go to give you, 25, 30 minutes tonight. Josh Hart with a pull-up 3? Josh, where has this been all season, my guy? My guy, where has this been all season? It is 93 to 105, 6:18 to go. Kenny, Luka is the beast. At any point in this game, he could just get a shot if he wants it. Jake up top and is guarding Luka up top. Step back, puts up a deep 3 straight away, gets it to go. Like I said, at any point in this game, if Luka wants a shot, he can get it. Which is why I've been very doubtful of the Knicks' chances of winning this game. Josh Hart, another dribble pull-up 3. Hold on, if this could be the game where Josh Hart finds his perimeter shooting, this turns out to be a win for the Knicks. I don't care. Luka has it up top, being guarded by Josh Hart. 108 to 96. 5:30 to go. Achua switches onto him. Crossing over to his left, crossing over to his right, crossing over to his left. Step back over Achua, created so much space, and Luka knocks down another three-point shot. Josh Hart rushing it down, coming to his left, takes a bump, lays it up, can't get it to go. Jacob Toppin right there for the putback dunk with the 2 hands. Is that his first basket, Jacob Toppin? First career NBA points for him? That's nice. The Knicks are trying to apply some pressure in the backcourt. Luka has it up top, being guarded by McBride. Coming to his left, putting his head down. McBride sticking with him, coming to his right. DiVincenzo steps out to guard him. They tip his pass away. DiVincenzo picks it up, hit ahead to Josh Hart. Hard dribble, gets to the basket, gets blocked by Luka. Come on, guys. You let Luka block you in transition like that? Not Luka. Susan said Hart's got to find it. Just don't lose it again. That's a great way of putting it. DiVincenzo puts up the 3, draws the foul on the 3-point attempt. He's going to the free throw line for 3 free throws. He can cut the lead to 10. Hold on. Yak, hold on, man. They're fighting back. They're not going away. They refuse to go away here. DiVincenzo's going to the free throw line for 3 free throw attempts. Susan said there was a time you couldn't give away Knicks tickets. I don't know about that. The Garden was always sold out. It was always sold out. I don't know about that, Susan. People were always going to Knicks games. Good or bad. That 17-win season, I believe every game was still sold out. It does not matter. People will show up to watch the Knicks. Marley Luka talking crap. That's what he does. That's what he does. Let's check in around the league a little bit. Cleveland absolutely destroying Brooklyn. They're going to win that one. The Timberwolves destroying the Bucks. Hold on. At least the Bucks will lose tonight and will remain tied with the Knicks for the 3 seed. But the lead between the Cavs and the Knicks for that 2 seed grows ever larger. Another game added on to the deficit as Cleveland will end up beating Brooklyn tonight. The Magic beat the Spurs. What did Wemby have? Wemby had 15, 1, and 2. Not a great night for Wemby. Vassell went off for 30, though. Franz went off for 34. Cool. Yak said, I'm really enjoying this game. Good for you, Yak. That's nice. At least somebody is. I'm really excited to see Bogdanović suit up for this team. So I'm kind of just looking forward to that. Hopefully, everything is set and ready and he can play on Saturday. Let's see. We have 4:30 to go. I mean, there's still some time. DiVincenzo's going to go to the free throw line for 3 free throws, trying to make it a 10-point deficit. I mean, Knicks are going to have their opportunities here again. Maybe if they can, I don't know, get hot from the perimeter, we keep saying, but Steven, is OG coming back Saturday? No, Steven, actually, the news came out today that OG Anunoby had a minor procedure done in his elbow to remove some bone spurs, and he should be back in about 3 weeks. So we're probably not going to see him until the end of February at the earliest, and most likely not until the first week of March. Which is good. I'd rather him get that fixed now than get it fixed later. He will come back for the big stretch run come March. DiVincenzo at the free throw line. He's got 32 points tonight. Make that 33. $11-point game. Can he make it 10? He did. He made all 3 free throws. And it is a 10-point game, guys. Knicks are in it. George Rodriguez with the super chat. Didn't even say anything. Appreciate you, my guy. Thank you. It's definitely been a long night. Appreciate it. Doncic driving in on Toppin. Kicks it out. Hardaway out of the corner for 3. Can't get it to go. Shua Sears with the rebound. Here comes Josh Hart. The Knicks can cut it to single digits. Hold on. Josh Hart splits the defense, driving it in. Ball got poked loose. Going to stay with the Knicks. Marley said, shout out. Thanks for the stream as usual. Anytime, man. We show up to watch these Knicks games. Good, bad, or ugly. Whether they matter or they don't matter, we'll be here to watch them because this is what we do. DiVincenzo out of the corner puts up the 3. Looking for another foul call. Can't get it. Hit the side of the backboard. Terrible shot from DiVincenzo. I get why he took it, though. Maybe looking for the foul call. There it goes. It pops. It always takes a second, but it eventually pops. Clyde Frazier always comes in to thank the people supporting the stream with super chats. Appreciate you guys. Just know every Every dollar, every single penny that this stream and this channel ever generates is literally going right back into the channel and the stream. And a shot clock violation on Dallas. Good defense from the Knicks. Ball's going back to the Knicks. Yak said, did you see McBride's poster dunk? Yeah, it was impressive. Out on the fast break, went up, threw it down over Kleber. He kind of nullified a little bit by fouling Josh Green the very next possession on a three-point shot, and it ended up being a four-point play. DiVincenzo knocks down the floater. It is a single-digit game, folks. Hold on. They're into it. It's an 8-point game. And Tom Thibodeau has Toppin guarding Luka here. Let's see Toppin. He's been guarding him the last couple of possessions. It's worked out a little bit. Put some size and length on him. Cross court over to Tim. Driving it in. Gets the layup to go over Achua. And Kleber's down on the floor. He's hurt. Josh Hart came flying into him. It's a 5-on-4. The Knicks pushing the pace. Kicks it out. Josh Hart sets his feet. Wide open for three. Came up short. He knew it came up short. Chased it. But now Luka's got some space to run. Can't get it to go. But there is a foul on Achua. 2:52 to go. And Kleber's still in the backcourt holding his face. He is hurting. What was I saying before? Oh, about the Super Chats? Yeah, if you guys, just so anybody knows, if you ever are in a position where you can support the stream financially with Super Chats and whatnot, every single one of them goes right back into the stream. I use that stuff to either hire somebody to help me do something for the stream, or I use it to to buy stuff for the stream, like the podium, or some costumes and some cosplay stuff for the stream. Just trying to do the small things to set our setup here different from everybody else. Just the small things help. Jose sent in a super chat. He said, for the GoFundMe. Appreciate you, my guy. Appreciate you. Thank you. Susan said, Tibbs has definitely improved his coaching. He said, gotta get Susan off my back. It might be because of you, Susan. It might be. It is currently a 10-point game. 2:50 to go here in the fourth quarter. Time winding down on the Knicks. 113 to 103. And Josh Green is at the free throw line for 2 free throws. He knocked down the first one. Let me make sure I do this. Josh Green goes 2 for 2 at the line. Back to a 12-point game. Under 3 minutes to go. Mark Morrow victory for the bench. I hope everybody's feeling good after the game. It has been a long, long game. This Knicks team being very Knicks team-esque. Achua getting very physical down in the paint. Gets the layup to go. He's looking for a foul call. He's upset. Back to a 10-point game. The Knicks got to come up with some stops. This is where they've been struggling most. Doncic, cross court. They swing it over. Tim Hardaway Jr. wide open, out of the corner for 3. Gets it to go. That feels a bit like a dagger. 2 minutes to go. Hardaway knocks down the 3. 13-point game. DiVincenzo coming down. And I don't know what the call was. A travel, a discontinued dribble, something like that. Either way, it's a turnover. Tay said they're fighting a good look. This is what they do. I would literally be more disappointed if they didn't come out to fight tonight. I expect them to come out and fight. This is my expectation. Luka, step back deep, pull up 3 over top, and gets it to go. Luka is ridiculous. 2026, and Tibbs is coach of the year. he's definitely going to have an argument. Kyrie bringing it down, 1:30 to go. This game's all over. 16-point deficit. MBM, we can get this one still. Luka kind of put it out of reach here as Kyrie gets to the basket. Can't get the layup to go. Dante is gassed. Bravo bench, it's over. Yeah, everyone's gassed. Josh Hart is gassed. Achua's gassed. McBride is gassed. This one's over. This one is over. Knicks intentionally, there was a timeout being called. Tibbs is going to sub in the guys who didn't play tonight, which I don't know who it could be. Tay said they put up over 100 points. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Marley said, I like Toppin's defense better than Snoopy. Oops, I mean Charlie Brown. Yeah, I don't know why Tibbs went with Charlie Brown tonight over Toppin for long stretches of tonight's game. I like Toppin more, and I think he's probably going to be part of this team development in Westchester a lot longer than Charlie Brown is. I don't know. Again, like I said, we don't know what goes on in practice. Maybe Charlie Brown is more impressive in practice, but on a night like tonight, I don't know why you just don't play those guys a little bit more often, give them the opportunity. Tay said Mavs suspect, though. Should have been a 30-point blowout. I mean, yeah. But I think you could clearly see they were playing down to the competition. When push came to shove, when the Mavs needed a basket, Luka was like, all right, give me the ball. Let me just get to my spots and I'll knock down a shot, which he did repeatedly tonight. So they clearly weren't going 100%. They were going like 70, if that, and then at certain points they kicked it up to like 80 or 90 and then, pulled away a little bit. So that's, I think if they were playing as hard as they could, it would be a 30-point blowout, but it happens to every team. You play down to your competition. It's not just the Knicks thing. Every team does it. But, when that happens, you play hard and you make it difficult for them. You make them pay for that. And the Knicks certainly did that by forcing these guys to play, Luka and Kyrie to play deep into the fourth quarter. They just got pulled out with 1:30 to go as McBride steps back and hits a three and shakes his head. He's like, finally, I knocked down a three. He struggled tonight from the perimeter. Yak said Dallas had a great shooting fourth and we had a chance. We did have a chance, and that's all you ask for. You ask for them to keep it close, remain competitive, don't give up, and that's just, that's what they did. That's what they do. That's what they do overall. This Knicks team's good. It's good. I'm literally 0% concerned. Susan did well for a preseason game. Molly said, Josh Hart played well tonight. Let's look at some of the final box scores. As I was going to say both teams have emptied their bench, but the Knicks have already been using their emptied bench tonight. Yeah, the Bucks are also going to lose tonight. They're down 27 to the Timberwolves here to start the fourth quarter. Let's make sure our scoreboard is correct. It's 122 to 108. Let's look at the box scores real quick. Let's see what we got cooking. Derrick Jones Jr. I don't care about them. DiVincenzo with 36. 7 for 12 from 3, 13%, 26 from the field. Josh Hart with 23. 3 for 8 from 3. 10 boards, 12 assists. His second career triple-double. He had his first career triple-double the other night. McBride with 18. 1 for 8 from 3. 6 boards, 5 assists. Achua with 13 and 14. Harnstein got hurt. And then off the bench, they got nothing. Toppin with 2. Charlie Brown with 3. So that's the end of the game. 122-108. We survived the night, everybody. We survived the night. Yak said, no way they played down. We were beating their balls defensively all game. Dallas shot well. I mean, Yak. they did not play hard tonight. Dallas didn't. I think we were watching different games, my guy. Dallas was not playing hard tonight. They're not a great team. Don't get me wrong. They're an okay team. They're an above average team, but they were not going 100% tonight. Luka and Kyrie could have turned it on any point. There was not a single player on the court that the Knicks played tonight who could guard those guys, and they didn't. They were very passive. They let the other guys take their shots and take over. You know, if they wanted to, they probably could have scored 140 tonight. But it's the kind of game where it's like, we'll win anyway. They did not play hard tonight. Jose, Knicks stand-up off night, but that's a one-off. It's the kind of game you just, cool, awesome, fun. Got to see some guys we're probably not going to see all that much at all the rest of the year. You know, so that's fun. It's always nice. But other than that, we're just waiting for guys to get healthy, and we're waiting for our new guys, Bogdanovic and Burks, to suit up and get ready for the game. But I think that's it. It's nothing. Cleveland's going to end up winning. They're going to end up beating Brooklyn, and the Bucks are going to end up losing to, who are they playing tonight? The Timberwolves. But that's it. That's it. That's our stream, folks. Tay, good stream. Appreciate you, Tay. Thanks for showing up. We do every Knicks game of every season, so if there's anybody in here who has yet to subscribe to the channel, feel free to hit the subscribe button. This was a fairly boring game, so I appreciate you guys sticking it out with us. Knicks played hard, gave us a show. They didn't quit, and that's just kind of what they do. But there's really not much to go over. Because this isn't really the Knicks team we will be watching, hopefully, from Saturday, moving on when we get Bogdanovic and Burks in the lineup. But I think that's it. 2026 says Dallas is good enough to lose in the first round 4-1, hopefully, because then our pick would be even better. Yak said they hit contested shots in the fourth. Agree, we watched different games. I mean, do you think Luka and Kyrie don't consistently hit contested shots, Yak? That is what they do. Similarly with Hardaway Jr. That's what they're second in the league in three-point attempts. They take and make a lot of contested shots. And at any point in the game, if Luka wanted to get to the basket, he would have gotten to the basket. Again, they didn't feel the need to go out and play all that hard tonight. It's not like they played 20%. They played, 60, 70% tonight. When they needed to kick up, they did. But it doesn't really matter. It goes down in the history books as a loss tonight for the Knicks, but we know that tonight really ends up as a win. They had a good season in terms of trading, right? They picked up Anunoby, picked up Burks, picked up Bogdanovic, and hopefully they can start the path to getting healthy, and we'll go from there. I'm hoping these guys can be ready for Saturday. But until Saturday, I'm out. I'll see you guys then. Bye.